All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. Yes, triumphant music all around through our very souls because it is time for Dungeons and Detention. We took 2 weeks off to celebrate the spooky holiday, and it's still within me, the spirit of Halloween. In fact, there's a witch's coven actually in my living room right now. They're on their way out, but thank you for helping me redecorate the space back to our original setting, but now with decorative gourds because Thanksgiving is first. Yep. Hi, everyone. I'm your headmaster, Kevin Allen, the host of this here program. With me, as always, is our director behind the curtain, Justin Zagri. Justin will say hello probably in the chats or through his avatar, Fortune the Phoenix. Thank you. Bye, witches.
Bye, I love you.
Always good seeing you.
You as well. I left you a broom. Okay, goodbye.
And now that those friends have gone, let me introduce you to my other friends. Liana Manassian.
Woo.
Hello. I'll be
Garrett
reacting with
Schwackhauser.
angry things with this.
Oh.
Yeah.
You've got your own avatar. Very nice.
Thank you.
Thank you. Garrett Schwackhauser.
I'll be reacting with things like this.
Your face?
Just my face. I don't have a cool thing.
Such an actor.
I know.
Katie Katulik.
I got an avatar. I got a little pig.
Yay!
Oh my god,
Oh.
yes.
That's really cute.
Yeah, it grows.
I love it.
I love pigs.
Me too.
And so someone playing a character who recently has built himself a avatar animal, Zachary Jaworski.
Will not be
Yay.
reacting.
He has pandas.
He lets the pandas speak for him. He does not need to react.
Understood. And they're so expressive,
Look at them.
pandas. I missed you all. I know that two of you joined me with our Halloween festivities, and I really appreciate that. Thank you to everybody who tuned in and took part in the madness that was the cabin in the woods. But we are now back and focused purely on our main show. This is Dungeons and Detentions.
Woo.
Yeah.
Hello.
So it's been 2 weeks, so I want to get a bit of a recap. And wouldn't you know it, I seem to have misplaced all my notes. Give me one moment. And nope, that's my agent. I don't want to talk to that. So 2 weeks ago, you all decided to sneak outdoors yet again. It seems to become a nightly regimen for you all. And in doing so, you came across the group known as the Hob, where you partied all night long. You made new friends, some literally, some figuratively. And Paris even started a brand new business. So lots of makings were happening. I didn't really distribute a whole lot of house points for the occasion because, yeah, it's all gone. All my notes.
Because
are
we
gone.
weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah,
No
exactly.
house points because we weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah, but they still lingered around house points because everyone who earned them in the chat, Marielba, Wandering Witcher, Kasara, tuning in, being active in the show. Justin earned several house points just for putting up with the whole Braum narrative. So Emerald House is back on its way up. Very good. Yeah, you stayed there and you managed to gather some clues about the mystery of the Mausoleum Museum School. What is it? The following morning. The following morning, you guys returned to classes. You returned to brooms. You returned to charms, where you had a bit of a snafu, but you all handled it as a team. Like there were house points given to everybody because you all defeated the big bad. And sadly, I don't have my notes to distribute the actual points, but I think it's fair to say that it was across the board, so to speak,
Oh,
because
absolutely.
yeah, Paris was the one who kind of understood that the source of magic and the powers of the enchanted stained glass wizard were all light based and had the idea to snuff it out. JJ found the means in which to do that, to kind of embrace the darkness. And being inspired by the previous night's events, you all found the beauty in the darkness. Alex had the brilliant idea to bring it back to its original form by making it two-dimensional and thus far less dangerous. Paris continued on that notion by covering it with the tapestries around the room. And Anahit managed to be the one to stop it in its tracks. And finally, JJ, with that final push, had it shatter into a million pieces, which would have been way worse if not had been for the clever tapestry idea from Paris. And you all collectively saved the day with
Yep.
only one injury physically, and that was JJ, as he was escorted back to the nurse's station by the supreme
yeah.
custodian, Sarah Sage, to once again get mended up by Nurse Nedra and see how things are going.
I like
But
routine in
one
my
of
life, you know? So as many
Yeah.
injuries on a daily basis is nice for me.
One of you, however, was injured emotionally. Poor Alex felt that he did not contribute enough to the stopping of this inanimate object made animate and deadly. And you noticed that he didn't show up at the end or to his next class, which, as we continue on, is social studies, in which Mr. O'Neill is continuing his conversation regarding wizard and non-magical relations within the film industry as a lens to discuss muggles in the or non-magical people in the 20th century. So as you dive right back into the class, he continues. So sorry, Justin, thank you so much for sending me that. My notes and your notes are different. It's madness. Okay, so he
I
continues.
just send you my notes.
No, I got it. Oh no, they all got deleted. Wow, this is unfortunate.
Not our
Okay.
imaginary world.
Yeah, no. Well, I did that thing again where I tried to make the imaginary world based on reality. So this just means I have to go back into my mind palette. All right. And sadly, even though it's considered one of the most the first colorful films, it wasn't. But people regarded it as such because it was the most ambitious, and in a way, it kind of was the first one that magical student or non-magical people had to deal with on their own. Yes, you had a question about the Wizard of Oz.
Can I go to the bathroom, please?
We're almost done with class. Can it wait?
I just I know, man, it's pretty bad. Lunch was rough. Was rough puff pastry, and it doesn't do well with my stomach.
Hey, I understand, bro. When you gotta go, you gotta go. All right. We'll see you next way. And trust me, I'll get the projector fixed. Next class will be far more interesting. Don't you worry about it.
Oh yeah, I grab my bag and step into the hallway, looking for any sign of Alex, because everybody's in class, right? So it should be pretty quiet.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like trying to hear and see if I can hear anybody sort of wandering around or.
Okay. You are on. You're on one of. So you have your map. You, I believe, are in the northeastern section where most of the classes are held. I think this class is on the first floor. Yeah. So roll for me. I can't do a perception check. This is interesting. Okay.
Can I float something to you?
Yeah.
How would you feel about a brains roll? I'm trying. My goal is to track down where I think Alex would go. So I'm trying to use my brains. Brains are charmed to be like, where would he go in this kind of situation?
Well, tell me what your approach is. How you're coming outside to try to find Alex.
Correct.
So, are you actively looking for specific clues? Or are you trying to put yourself in his footsteps?
I would more likely put myself in his shoes of like, okay, I'm Alex. Where do I go to think about things? What do I love?
Hmm. In my mind, this is a charms roll.
Okay.
So go ahead and make a charms roll for me.
From here, my
I would
pretty-
imagine being able to, you're just trying to listen for him or find
Uh,
like,
more of like go to a place I feel like he might be and then look for clues. So I think I'm gonna go back to that hallway where we went down into the secret lair, the cockatrice lair.
okay.
I'm gonna head there and look for clues for Alex's presence.
Were
Okay.
we all in the social studies class together?
I also was
Yes.
wondering that.
We were. Okay.
Yeah. He decided to use the bathroom excuse to miss the end of the lecture.
Okay.
I peek my head back in and I go, Anahi in Paris, remember that thing I told you about with my bathroom trouble? Can you come
Oh.
help me?
I also have to pee, Professor. I have to pee really bad. Oh, and I have female things going on. Yeah. I'll be back. I'll be back.
I have supplies for her, so I better go too.
Forget the thing I said, please.
Look, everyone, I know the projector wasn't working and class wasn't nearly as exciting as last, but trust me, I thought you'd be interested in hearing about how the cast of Wizard of Oz will all horribly transfigure. As
Didn't
a
one guy kill
retaliation for the
himself?
witching unions walking.
I mean, I might
All
bleed
right,
through my clothes.
fine. If you have to go, go.
Going.
Again, it's just a normal bathroom thing for me. Just go ahead and disregard everything else.
Okay.
We're all in the
We're
hallway.
here, JJ. We're here.
I just feel, I don't know. I know Alex needs to go off and think, and maybe I'm not great at giving people their space. But when I'm down, I always know that there's somebody there for me, and I want to be there for him. So I'm trying to find him. I was thinking about going to the hallway. I don't know, trying to figure out places he would go. Where maybe he went to go see Enzo again.
Yeah. I don't know. He didn't really give us any sort of hint. He just was
So,
like upset.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt. I just want to know you're all headed in what direction?
That's what we're trying to find out in this
Trying to-
combo.
Okay.
We're outside the door. We're like by the
Please
bathroom.
continue.
Trying to...
Are we on the second floor?
We're not sure.
I think he said you
I
were
think
first
we're,
one.
I think we're on the first floor. I'm pretty positive.
Yeah, I
by
think
the-
in my mind I've always put this class on the first floor.
Is it by defensive magic?
No,
I'm
it's on the
actually
other side of
trying-
the castle.
Others.
Yeah, I'm trying to pull up the map now to
has
if you
map.
guys want a specific thing.
Hazmat.
Thank you. No, I wouldn't put it on defensive magic. I would actually probably put it at the end, that one that's shaped like backwards Utah. So if you're in the library, it'd be the
Oh,
first class.
boy.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you don't
yeah,
have far
okay.
to get to the end of that hallway that you're all referring to. You're essentially
So-
in the middle of the school.
So let's go. Let's go to that hallway.
Which way? This way? Or this?
Secret
Which-
passage hallway, I think, was.
Go
It was down,
on a heat,
down.
head south,
there?
And then east.
and then turn toward the library. and- That tiny little, it's barely there, door right next to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That was the invisible door that you all had found last time.
Okay, cool. We go there. And we
Yeah.
look for
Okay.
Alex clues.
We appear
Great.
and we're there.
Alex, do they find anything?
You tell me. You know where I went.
I actually don't know where you went.
I
You
told you.
gave me a general. You said a general vicinity, but I've given multiple entrances to get there. So, are they at the right one?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
good job, JJ.
So-
love it.
Alex, while they were in class, let's talk to you about what you were doing.
Uh-huh.
All right. So I know the answer now, but where did you go instead of class?
Alex decided that he was gonna go prove his worth on his own.
Oh no.
So he went down into under the school, the I guess most reliable way he knows at this point. And I don't know. He went in there. I don't know how much you want to take over on, but that was his intention.
When we get to the door at this like
Hold, we're not
closed
done
off
with
wall
Alex.
door. Okay.
We are not done with Alex.
Clues. Is
I
it
know.
open?
Well, I have to find out what clues may have been left. So Alex.
So okay, yeah. So we're kind of working in two timelines at the same time right now.
Yeah, we're gonna have to back up.
He left some bird seed
we're backing
for us.
up. So right now, everyone is hearing about the age of Hollywood and how wizarding unions started to feel that they were doing all the special effects and and how it came to head, so to speak, during the production of Wizard of Oz. And they all left right before the good parts where they hear about the horrible transfigurations. So while they're doing that, you're walking down the hallway and you come through this magic door. It probably takes you a little bit of effort to open it because even though you knew the door was there, you're not the one who opened it the last time. But let's just say that you make it through. If you recall, the wooden platform that is on the other side, there's not a lot of room. There's a staircase almost immediately ahead of you, but the platform continues to your right. So you have two choices. Which path do you take?
I think you'll actually take the platform to the right this time.
Great. All right. So
actually,
no.
Nope. I'm wrong. I'm lying. I'm wrong. You went down.
Okay. So you head toward that platform and roll grit for me.
Because I remember now one of the reasons he was going. What am I aiming for? Or is this just a?
This is one of my 10. I'm just kind of gauging. No, I will give you. Yeah, you're aiming for 10. I'm going to be specific about that though.
But I don't know why. Okay.
You don't know why.
5.
Okay.
The latent brain aneurysm in your head explodes.
Yeah, I was like, do I need to be using tokens for this? I don't know what's happening.
I mean, honestly, a fall can be pretty disorienting. So when you step through the weak limp timber and fall underneath the platform to the ground below, yeah, it kind of knocks you out a little bit.
Okay.
I would say that it doesn't knock you out completely, like you haven't gone unconscious, but you definitely are winded and disoriented. So at first, you're lost. You can wait this out a little bit, or you can go because part of this might seem familiar to you. You have the sensation that you've been here before.
What can I see?
Okay,
see
so
is it just dark right now?
It is dark. Your eyes haven't completely adjusted to the light. However, off in the distance, you do see a small bright light down a long stretch of hallway. Behind you is a forked path. It's almost an immediate right and left, but barely. Where the lights are far dimmer, but you can tell that there's something around the bend.
And can I hear anything as well? No, it's great.
Well, you've got the wind knocked out of you, so with a 5. Do you want to give it a minute? No, I'll let you see. Yeah. Alex, you hear, because your ears, everything is quiet, and you can't even hear your own breathing because you're not breathing.
Yeah, is Brisket
all
okay?
You can hear.
God. I'm so sorry. I have so many questions.
Roll were you carrying Frisket in your bag, or
I probably just had him on my shoulder, where's where I usually keep him.
okay? Roll flight for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say flight because it's probably my reaction of like try to grab him.
I would say it's more Frisket's reaction of jumping off of you when the ground gives way, like his ground being your shoulder.
What am
and
I?
probably, I think it's an agile creature, but it's also one made of earth material that's been fire killed. So, let's go with, I'm going to do 10 for Frisket as well to see if Frisket sticks a graceful landing. 4. Frisket lands on you.
Okay.
Soft.
Yeah, he's probably scratched up a good deal. He might have a chip. Yeah. But yeah, poor baby indeed. He's barely been alive for a day. Yeah.
To be fair, neither have we really.
But that was for flight?
That was for flight.
That's a shame. Yeah. Frisket is intact, but maybe a little not worse for wear, but definitely not brand new anymore.
Well, time to get a new familiar.
I just got one. It took a day.
Hey,
I have to return this.
But,
there's a warranty, right?
Yeah. So off in the distance, you see a bright light down a long hallway. Far off to your sides, you see much dimmer lights. And then in one direction, because you can't hear anything, there's no breathing, it's just you. You hear a repetitive ticking sound, real fast. Very faint, but just kind of this, like way better than I was doing it. Far more consistent.
Is it a pipe bomb?
I think it was the other way was towards where we met. Right? Initially.
What was the question?
It was the other direction is where we met Enzo initially, right?
He can't tell you. You're lost.
I want to make sure I know what you're referring to. Are you saying that when you all had first arrived in the labyrinth, that you took the other staircase, not the path you just fell through?
Well,
or are you asking about where you are specifically now?
I thought I understood. I had just fallen from there, so I still had a level of orientation because it's only been like a day.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
You were here 2 nights ago.
Yeah, it was 2 nights ago.
That is true.
Oh my god, it feels like it's been months.
For us, it has.
Your memory, okay, your memory is fuzzy, and in my mind, it should be, but the long hallway is familiar. You remember after all those twists and turns.
In that, when I fell, I don't know which direction I was facing, so that's fine.
Yeah,
if I'm lost.
But you recall though, this is the one spot of the labyrinth that might actually stick out to you, because after all of the many twists and turns and constantly curved roads, paths, sharp corners to take, you remember that when you all had tried one path and it was a dead end and you circled back around, someone looked down a long hallway. It was the first time there was a long stretch, like with a light literally at the end of a tunnel kind of feeling. And you did take that.
Okay, great. Then, yeah, I'm going to go take the light.
Okay.
Walk into the light.
So you go down. As your eyes are adjusting, you start to maybe recognize the feet print that you had left prior. And the ticking sound gets further and further away from you. But you approach light and a water dish, and you are more familiar with your surroundings now.
Okay.
The rest of you When you get through this doorway, you see a clue that Alex may have been here in the form of a giant hole.
Wait, so the doorway was open when we got there?
No, but I'm assuming you're going to get through it. Was that a bad assumption of mine?
I mean, we got the goal was to get there and look for clues that Alex has been there. So if the door's shut and we don't know he's been there, you know what I mean? I'm down to take it and just go inside, but that's where we were at. Is we were like, oh, we're gonna figure out where we went.
Before I make another assumption, Alex, did you leave a clue for people to find? I didn't think so. He was not the one to paint the walls with nail polish, and he shut the door behind him as he had done previously because the door shuts itself. So, as far as you know, as long as you're standing in the hallway next to the bathrooms of the school, there are no clues to indicate that Alex has been here.
Okay.
Just your gut feeling.
JJ's gonna put his ear up against the wall and listen to see if he can hear anything going on the other side.
You don't. You've got great hearing, but you're not gonna hear anything through that. Yes, Paris.
Would Diamond be able to smell them?
Likely. I don't know a whole heck of a lot about possum scents, but I'd like to believe that they're pretty.
Yeah, they got those
pretty
long,
good.
cute little noses.
Yeah. Make a charm roll for Diamond.
Okay. That is a 9.
Okay, not bad. I will say that she is the most confident one in the bunch that Alex has been here recently. There are a lot of smells next to the bathroom, but he did come down this hallway, and she is ready to confirm that with you. That he's at least been here.
For sure. Guys, with my psychic link with Diamond, she just confirmed that Alex has indeed been here.
So we should go through?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. I hope he doesn't do anything stupid. Who opened the door last time?
Possum found it. Yeah, I found the little thing.
Oh, great. Do you remember how to do it now?
Oh, yeah.
I love that sound.
Yeah.
Cool. So now we're inside.
Now you're inside. It is darkness. Your eyes are adjusting. Does anyone feel like taking any steps blindly into the darkness?
I mean, we didn't have any problems last time, and I feel like JJ would go first and be like, "Yeah, sure," and step down in front of everybody else.
Don't we have our wands? Can't we just make our wands flashlights?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a smart
There
choice.
she is.
I mean, I'm just asking. Is that's a possibility?
That is very much a possibility.
Is that a possibility?
Oh, goodness.
I did a cursory search just so we know. Possums have excellent smell, but don't have particularly good eyesight or hearing.
Oh! That's so funny because I feel like this whole time Katie's been using Diamond as Paris's eyes and ears more than anything.
They're not bad. They're just like have really good sense of smell, and the other ones,
Yeah.
they work.
That's wild to me because they're nocturnal creatures. You'd think they'd be like really sharp with.
Yeah.
Oh well,
babies.
I learned something.
As
Okay.
Paris reminds me to light my wand as I'm taking like my first 2 steps into the room.
Okay. So where are your steps? Because remember, there are 2 paths to take, and you initially started with a staircase directly in front of you.
Right.
Well,
I would follow the same thing that we did last time. The same exact.
All right.
Yeah.
So we're going to play that game again where I will let you all walk and talk, and I will just tell you when you have a choice to make. I will tell you when you're returning. I wish I could show you. I have misplaced my chalkboard, but also
here's the
this
question.
would be very difficult.
Now that the wall has been removed, wouldn't the smell of Alex be stronger? So therefore, wouldn't Diamond be able to trace the smell of said Alex?
With a 9, I wasn't going to keep pursuing this.
Oh, okay.
And because of circumstances, I will say that she's
taking a break. She's stuffy and nosed or something.
Yeah, she's not as confident as she was in this Like he's definitely been here, but once you see this side,
Okay.
I don't exactly know where he went from here.
Okay. It's dark. Okay.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
too dark
So
to smell.
as soon as you all descend the staircase, there is an immediate choice in a right or a left. One is more of a sharp turn that has a water dish and a torch, and the other one is a bend that there might be something off in the distance.
Where do you want to go?
Yeah, where do you want to go?
What's the way that we took last time?
The nail polish is faded, but you might still be able to find it. I believe you started to the left. In fact, you did start to the left.
But isn't the water dish down that hallway? We should go see Enzo. I mean, if Alex came down here, he came down here to see that.
Did he just
frickin'
say that there's some
bird.
object at the end of the curve? Is that object?
There might be. There might be.
Oh, okay.
Around the curve path, you really can't tell what's there. Now, I'm just because for the sake of you've all been here, so we can be a little quicker about this. You
Okay.
started to the left, if you recall. You went on a whole thing. You fought a cockatrice, and
Right.
you came back on the path that is to your right. So you did
Yes.
loop around. So you know that either way will eventually meet somewhere.
Okay.
Let's go to the right.
I will
towards the
also
cockatrice
refresh your
stuff.
memory. I will also refresh your memory, Paris, that this is where you heard the sound of water rushing through pipes, and then you came to realize this was the bathrooms. You now know, though, that these are the bathrooms. We're at the. Yeah, as you bend around the turn, you pass the bathrooms, and it's all becoming more familiar to everybody. Left or right? It's a straight fork. Left or right?
Let Anahit pick. Where do we want to go, Anahit?
I really don't know.
Oh boy. Okay, where are we going, JJ?
I
You could
shine
just-
my wand light down the left path. Do I see any new recent footprints? What do I see?
Let's say no. If you
How do you-
shine your light down both paths, you'll recall that the one on the right, there's a lot more dirt kicked up and a lot more footprints because that is where the tussle happened.
Let's go that way.
That way we go to the right.
Great. As you continue to hug this wall, you realize it's all coming back to you. You had looked up prior and you saw through the slats in the boards tiny feet, and you heard voices talking about the end of their day and how cute everybody is, and you realize you're now under the
Aha.
Hobbs Tower.
It's the hobgoblin.
And you
Just
eventually approach the kind of fork in the road where off to one side was a spear-shaped room that you grabbed a torch from. The torch has now been replaced. And you fought the cockatrice right at this space. So I'm going to check back in with Alex because now that you guys are in here, he's actually had a head start. So Alex, you have taken this path before, if you remember. So you bend. Oops, let me fix my notes here. Great. So you bend to the right, you bend to the left, you come to a fork, and huh?
Am I dancing?
Yeah.
You wiggle your hips a little bit.
Cha-cha.
You walked down. Do you want to take a left or a right?
I'm going towards the light. I'm trying to retrace steps from last time to go.
Great. Yeah, you're retracing your steps. So you go down this little path, and you eventually come into a tiny room where there's a column, and you can walk around the column, and then that room is connected to another column and another column. Like they're not even rooms; they're just space. They're just pathways around columns. And you eventually will make your way through them. And as you turn, you eventually find the wooden door that you all had left from.
Left from? Like
you had left the labyrinth.
That remember we exited outside through a wooden door.
Oh right. Yes, when we got out. Oh, I went too far. All right. Think, Alex. We went. So we exited out this way. Yeah, buddy. Oh no. I
Feed
know.
me.
Maybe
What's Mhm.
maybe his room was that way. So I'm just trying to go based on instinct back on how to retrace my steps to get to the water dish. I remember where we met.
where you met him?
Where we met Enzo. Yes.
It's coming back to you now that you met him uh, before you all found the way out. You know, you had
Mhm.
met him. You had a long, lengthy discussion as you guys tried to find your way out. You met him. You
Mhm.
guys came back up the staircase you started from and decided to keep going. So you basically have to go back and find your way to the door again where you just came through.
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you wish to untrace your steps, go back the what you just came through
Mhm.
and basically put yourself back under that hole?
Yeah. I mean, if that's if that is the right way, I just went the wrong way. That's what I did.
Okay. All right. So, you're back under the hole.
Mhm.
There is now the bending, like I said, there's a bending path almost to the left, exact left, and almost to the exact right. It's kind of a
Yeah.
big curved wall in front of you.
Mhm.
And in one direction, there is a very faint, inconsistent light, kind of like a shimmer, and that very repetitive ticking sound.
Mhm.
I would say to you, it might sound like when you put your playing card inside of on your bicycle, so it
Okay.
makes an engine sound.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I do know what you're talking about.
Um, and while you discuss that decision, I'm going to go back to the main group. Discuss that decision with your fox in your own mind.
Yeah.
You all have made it. The three of you have made it
Uh-oh.
back to where you found Enzo originally.
Ah.
This was about as far as you got. You remember that some of you took refuge around this corner here, or maybe popped back to this path straight away. And then there was the dead end of the spear-shaped room to this side.
What is
But you
this
didn't
room?
really go further.
What does this room look like? Does it look like it's been like teachers have come in and reset it? Like you said, the torch was back, but is there
Mhm.
like new bedding for Enzo? Like, does it look like it's been upkept? I remember the last time we were here, there was a bunch of trash everywhere. So, what does the room look like right now?
Yeah.
I would say that the trash has probably been picked up, but the bedding hasn't changed. Everything's like the old bedding probably has been put back to where it belongs. So they haven't refreshed the bedding, but they've reset everything.
So, people
The
have been
water
through the
dish is
reset.
fine.
Hmm.
Yes. Someone did.
Um, I don't know. I kind of want to call out for Alex, but I don't want to scare him away. What do you guys think? I mean, the teachers have obviously been in here, like everything's cleaner. What do we do?
How tall are we still pretty close-ish to the ceiling where we can hear our little people above us?
Yeah, you're still under their space. Most of them are probably out working right now because
Oh, okay.
it's still school hours, though they're about to start prepping for dinner, if anything.
Okay.
So there might be a changing of the shift soon.
Mhm. I don't know. Should one of us stay here and the others go find him? I guess we should probably stay
No.
together.
Yeah, I don't want to get separated.
Well, we haven't found him yet, and if he's trying to find this, are we sure this is where we think he's gonna go? I mean, I don't see the bird cockatrice thing.
I don't either. I don't know. Anahit, do you think? I think he's down here, right?
Why don't we just try calling his name? See if he answers.
Okay.
Why don't we sing his name so it seems less intimidating?
Oh, that's good. To the tune of the popular Britney Spears song "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time."
Great
His name doesn't have that
idea.
many syllables.
Oh, Alex, Alex, where did you freaking go? Did you come down into the catacombs?
No, we just have to sing his sweet name. Just sing his sweet name.
You're right. I'm sorry. I got carried away.
Like
I did show choir in Ohio
what
State.
about we could do it to the tune of Turn Around, but just his name?
Oh yeah,
like,
yeah.
Alex.
Every now and then I want to find you with this
Well, we're not
labyrinth.
doing any more lyrics, JJ. It's just Alex's name. We just did Alex ever tell us what his music preference was?
Oh no.
No.
He never told me.
I mean, I turned his hair into ramen noodles at one time, so he must like Justin Timberlake from the world popular band NSYNC.
Yeah, maybe we could do what's their popular song? Backstreet's Back?
No, that's the wrong band, JJ.
How dare you?
Do they have a way of rolling to vaguely remember something I may have told them about
that's
my
a
musical
great
preferences?
suggestion that I just had from out of sorry, what?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Katie.
Who's that?
Sorry. Your character Paris brains isn't her strongest suit, so I don't want to do a brains roll.
Charm, obviously.
I will let you do a charm roll because music hits your soul.
Yeah, it
I
does.
feel like Paris would be the one who would be the most would pay the most attention to his musical taste.
Okay.
So I want you to do this.
For for my charms roll.
Yes.
Yeah, it's an 8.
It's an 8. Okay.
Can I assist her with a charms roll as well?
For you, it'd be brains.
Oh, really? I guess so.
Yeah.
All right, I'll take it.
Just because.
That was a 2. Oh boy. Anahit, do you remember anything about Alex, this friend that we have had?
Anahit is musically inclined.
2 days?
So why don't you make a brains roll?
Right now we have a combination of 10 total.
Okay.
We're not totaling these. Those are so low they're not gonna help.
Oh, no.
11. Oh wait, no, sorry,
11.
13.
Okay, so let's all right.
That's better.
Let's say there's a 10 and a 13. Alex, Zach.
Okay.
You've never shared Alex's musical taste with me.
What exact? Okay, I have to get the timeline right. What is it exactly right now? What year? What month is it?
It is August 13th, 1998.
I can work with this.
I think I know where this is going.
It's been.
It hasn't though. It hasn't been that yet.
No, because we are a month too soon.
Was the song more popular in Canada? Well, they won't know it. They wouldn't know it though.
They're a Canadian band.
I know. So you might know it, but they wouldn't. Sorry.
The number one alternative hit on that day was "Inside Out" by E6. You guys know that song?
Yeah, it's a good song.
I would swallow my pride. I would choke on the rind.
Oh, there we go.
Inside out, find nothing but faith in nothing.
Oh, right. Before Twitch gets upset at us.
Yeah.
Zach. All right, let's cut back to Zach for a moment. So, Alex is faced with the ultimate challenge, deciding left or right with virtually no clues to go off of. But then, off in the distance, in the right-ish side of his head, he hears some noise, and then his name. And now, between his restored breathing, the faint ticking sound in the distance, it just sounds like, am I imagining that something is calling my name? Oh my God, is something calling my name? I want to remind you, hold on. I want to remind Zach that Alex is afraid of being alone, which he is.
Yeah.
And now he's lost. So,
yeah.
I want you to keep this in mind as you are no longer allowed to make snap decisions. Or sorry, they're no longer allowed to make planned actions. They're all snap decisions.
Yeah, that's
And
fair.
depending on what's happening, your skill checks are going to be worse for wear.
Fair
Okay. But you can pay adversity tokens to push through it and, rise above. Just letting
No,
you know that's out there.
Alex is afraid, but this is a journey of self-fulfillment. So I will pay an adversity token because something is calling me, but Alex is going to be prepared for it.
Okay. So Zach eats a bean. Alex
eats a bean.
toughens up.
This is not just for toughing up. This is specifically my treasure. Something. I was just looking at it. My treasure hunter.
Kevin's gonna listen for a second because he ate something horrible.
Well, I made something too. Sorry.
Oh, what is this? Oh, I thought it was coffee. It's way worse. Oh, this is the dog food, isn't it?
You confuse coffee and dog food.
That makes me sad.
Oh God, I really don't know if I can finish this.
This one's gross.
Holy crap!
He will swallow his pride.
Just swallow it.
I'm trying. Remember, they're hard and gross because I let them sit for a year. Zach, distract me. What's Alex doing?
So that bean was eaten for my treasure hunter feat, whatever. That I was able to eat a bean or whatever, use a thing to find something useful in my surroundings.
I previously described this space as mostly dirt with the occasional animal carcass or piece of trash.
Well, fortunately, I found something useful. What is it?
You monster. What are you trying to do?
It is something to protect myself. In case it's something otherworldly is coming at me.
You find a halberd on the ground for no reason.
But it could be something, to defend me from a ghost or whatever. Because
where are you? Okay, I know where you are. You find something to defend yourself.
Something to protect me from.
Yeah, you find a letter opener. That's as good as I can come up with something that's appropriate here.
All right, as long as it'll be useful.
You find a rusty, old, vintage letter opener. It's not the sharpest blade, but it does come to a point and has a handle at the other end. So essentially, you found a
tetanus.
Not terribly blunt, but you find a rusty dagger.
Oh God!
In the form of a letter opener.
Okay, I creep as stealthily as possible towards the sound.
The one you're hearing? So you're heading toward the left, to the left. You creep and creep. As you get closer, it's faint, but whatever noise you were hearing starts to sound like music. Maybe it's kind of staticky. It's coming in and out as if they can't find the radio station or the lead singer doesn't even know the words to his own alternative. So take with that as you will. Do you want to keep going?
Yeah, because I'm going towards my destiny. Whatever.
And the ticking sound. The music gets fainter and fainter as you get closer to the ticking.
Okay.
Alex, you are once again faced with a decision. You can continue along this curved path and keep filling the circle, or you can follow your vision to the left in a big, open, spacious, well-lit room. I'll let you think on that while we get back to the others who are deciding which way to continue forward.
So Alex didn't show up
We've been singing his song.
Yeah, I listen for footsteps or anything that will give me a light. I'm looking around for anything that will tell me Alex is nearby or coming towards us at all. Do I see anything?
You see and hear nothing.
Okay.
Alex has made no clues of his own whereabouts.
Do I hear this ticking noise that you've been describing to Alex?
You are too far away.
I don't know, guys.
I guess let's just keep walking. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Game Master.
You've got great hearing, as we've established, and you might hear a... What time is it? No, not yet. You don't hear anything yet. Which is good. You do not hear any noises from chicken lizards or anything.
Okay. JG pulls his wand out and continues walking down.
I'll remind you.
The spear-shaped hall.
You could go straight ahead, or you can take a sharp left.
Let's just keep going straight ahead, I think, right, guys?
Yeah.
Immediately, as soon as you pass a wall, there's another sharp left on your left. Yeah, obviously. And then on your right is another torch and a water dish. But again, you can continue moving forward past that second wall, which will also bend to the left. But that's the only option that leads.
Another torch and a water dish? Does it look clean and has this area been taken care of as well and reset? Or is it just used?
I mean, it's just as good as any other spot. It's cleaner than where you started.
So no animal bones or any carcasses like we saw last time?
No, not in this corner.
Okay, we'll keep going.
Okay, so eventually, like I said, there's a wall, a left, a wall, and a left. So you have to take that left. It'll bend to the right. There's another water dish and a torch. And it'll bend to the left. And you start to maybe get the sensation that you have found the other edge of this labyrinth. You've conquered one corner of this place on your way out the first time you were here. And it seems the only way to go is either you've made a left and you can continue following this westward path, or you can start taking more sharp lefts and bending back toward the center. It seems almost every step you take is the chance to either follow this winding edge of the wall or take a sharp left. It's a path, a wall, a path, a wall. It's really busy where you're at.
Let's head into the center. I kind of look in. Do I hear anything out of the ordinary? Can I listen again?
Is there any water or anything like that?
As you come by this wall, now that you've reached this edge, you do hear rumbling sounds. Low, deep rumbling sounds.
Oh shit. Let's follow those.
Yeah, we haven't heard anything else. Might as well.
Okay.
I swear to God, if Alex isn't down here and we did all this for him, I don't think I'm going to talk to him for at least a couple hours.
Sorry, I want to check one thing. Okay.
Show us the map.
No.
It's worth a try.
So the point I asked you this question, this map is very busy, was essentially your last chance to head toward the center. So if you continue walking, it's a long, winding path. There's a couple dead ends with torches and water dishes. You eventually do this zigzaggy geometric shape where you make a concentric V's. So once you come, you make the V, and then you start to make the same motion but mirrored. So it feels as if you have now crossed the center line of this labyrinth.
Okay.
And as soon as you do that, you can either start essentially walking a similar path but mirrored in the opposite direction and continue along this westward direction, or you can go through this small door, small gate.
To the
Cool.
door.
The gate.
While you mull over that decision, because this is the thing I've decided, we're gonna cut back to the other path, which is Alex.
All right.
Alex can move forward or go into the big wide room.
Quick cutaway. Upon further research, just to be clear, the album Stunt by Bare Naked Ladies was released on July 17th in the year 1998. Though he could have received it, his favorite song is 1 Week. It was not released as a single until after this point. He just was ahead of the curve. Also, this is probably the most like me character trait that I have based Alex on, because that CD was my jam when it came out. Although 1 Week is a great song, it's not the best.
I know that is your jam, and I mean, I got the album for Christmas, but I absolutely believe that both Alex and Zach.
Yeah.
Wow.
All of that understood now.
Yeah, I knew it.
And that's why you guys didn't find him.
Yeah.
We
That's
sang the wrong
why.
song.
Because you
Wow.
couldn't sing the lyrics because you know
We didn't. We weren't ahead of the curve. That wasn't on the
You
radio
picked
yet.
the other overly wordy pop rock alternative track from a brand new band released in
Brand new
1998.
band. They had been established for years. Anyhow.
Okay, you're right. They've had $1 million,
Exactly. That was 1992.
but like they really didn't reach the pop prominence that like Eve 6. You know, they kind of came out of nowhere. And
Not in America, no. In Canada, they were pretty popular.
touche. That is true, and he is from
Which-
Ottawa. Okay.
For Alex, makes sense. Yeah.
This is fun.
Anyway, hi chat. I hope you're enjoying the show. Let's get back to it. Yeah, so you enter this giant, comparatively to the claustrophobic labyrinth that you have been in, circular room. And in the center of it is a pedestal in which a bright piece of machinery that isn't emitting light per se, but is reflecting the light of the torches being reflected in pools of water that line the edges of the room. Picture, when you take a cheese wheel or a pizza and you divide it into 6 slices, you've got 6 segments that form the edge of this circular room that are like these giant water dishes, so to speak. And because I know you have a special skill, that's all I'm going to say about them for the moment. But on top of that pedestal, again, is a piece of machinery that looks somewhat familiar to you and is the source of the ticking sound. But as oddly, once you see it, you don't get the sense, it stops making a noise. You don't get the sense that it's active anymore, as if you may have been imagining it.
Weird. I'm going to close my eyes and see if sound resumes.
I like that. Roll charm for me. No.
What am
Yeah. Charm. Yeah.
Cool. Charm. What am I shooting for?
I'm doing this D&D style.
Got it.
Sorry.
That's fine. That's fine. Ooh, that's a 10.
Yeah, you're not actively trying to do any. Well, I guess you are trying to see if the sound will come back, and it does. Just as faint before. It's weird, as you know when you try to be quiet and suddenly you can hear the ringing in your ears.
Mm-hmm.
It's that, but instead of a persistent buzz or hum like that of a mosquito, it's that same sound like a bicycle wheel spoke is being hit over and over and over and over.
I open my eyes. Does it stop?
It fades out. Yeah. And
okay.
Now you get the visual sensation of this. It's chrome and it's not brand new, but it's still shiny. It's reflecting all the dazzling, swirling lights of the water. There's a word for this that escapes me.
Prismatic?
Prismatic is a good word. It's not the one I'm thinking of, so I'm going to look it up. Anywho.
Disco.
Do you take any specific action?
I get okay. So I can see the device, but I can sometimes hear the device if I'm not looking at the device. Which is interesting. And the lights are just kind of shining onto these pools of water. They're not. It doesn't open up into anywhere else. It's all contained in the room.
You're refracting.
The reflecting lights, yeah. This room is. You're asking the lights are self-contained? Yeah, there are torches. Yeah, the walls of the room like go to the ceiling, and it's actually kind of a nice ceiling. It has like a painting of a sky on it or something like that, and a very decorative. I don't know the word for this either, but I don't know that one does exist for this. So, it's an ornate, like where you would put a chandelier, but except it's not meant to have a chandelier. It's just this decorative thing in the center of a room. You guys, you've been in LA. You see this at old movie theaters.
It's like a crown molding and stuff. Looks nice. Yeah,
yes, it's decorative crown molding. The torches are lining the wall. The torches have been placed upon the wall. They don't look like they belong there, but they are the source of light. And they're just reflecting off of the water, and that's what's scattering the light and lighting this whole place up. However, because in the interest of fairness, I will tell you that the only thing else, as far as like an opening to this room than the one you came in, is directly across. Like you might have to peer around the projector thing to see it, but there's a hallway that leads off to darkness from where you are. You can't tell.
Well, if I heard voices calling me here, well, this doesn't have anything. I
mean, do you want to investigate anything?
Torch? I might grab a torch to potentially go forward. Let's see if anything happens as I grab the torch,
though. Well, the torches are above the water, so your socks get wet? Your shoes get wet?
Oh, yeah, I don't care if I'm getting wet. Sure, whatever.
Okay, cool. Or you could use magic to bring it to you. I don't know. Yeah, your socks get wet. Nothing happens. Like you didn't activate a boop.
Does the light? Does the way the light reflects around the room? Does that change? I mean, imagine it would.
Well, it's now you're moving it. It's the light is being so scattered around the room by the reflective surfaces in it that I wouldn't say it's. I don't want to say it's not noticeable, but it's not significant.
Okay. Yeah, I take it, and the machine doesn't. I don't know why it's here.
Are you looking at the machine? Are you trying to figure out what it is?
I mean, it seems to just be making light into the room.
It is not making light.
Oh.
It is reflecting the light being reflected onto it. So there's light from the torches. It's hitting the pool. And it's bouncing all over the room. And it continues to bounce further off of this thing. So it feels like it's a light source because it's chromatic. It's chrome. It's shiny and gleaming. Yes, it's old and it's covered in dust, but it still manages to kind of be bright through that. It's rather enchanting, but it's not the source of the light. It's just like it attracts light and then sends it back. It's very interesting.
I'll still hold on to the torch, see if I get closer. I know it's reflecting a million lights, but maybe if I have one.
They're called caustics. Sorry. There are caustics dazzling all over the world. And then when they hit this thing, it just glows. Like shining armor. Old shining armor. I'm sorry. You were saying something when I interrupted with a fun fact nobody cared about.
No, now I know about caustics. So I'm taking the torch. I'm kind of getting like real close into it to see if I can see like the kind of inner workings of it. Not to see the parts where it's not reflecting. To see what it's going on. Maybe that's where the sound is coming from.
Roll a brains for me.
Okay.
This one, I will give you a number to aim for. I would say it is. I would say 5 or 6. Let's say 5.
Great. Love 5. Let's see if I can. Oh wait, I have to pick up my D4. Let's do this. 25% chance of. Hey, I exploded.
Oh my gosh.
It's 6.
Oh. Okay. Then I'll describe it to you and let you piece it together.
Okay.
It's tall, and there are wheels on the back. In a vertical stance. It has they kind of spin. One can spin independently, but if you spin the other one, then it moves together. You don't really understand how it works, but you can see that there are these moving parts, and most of it actually is self-contained. So peering into it means you have to like kind of get back behind it and peer through those wheels, in which case there's lots of little rollers and bars and things, and some mechanics that are designed to maybe thread something through it. But then when you get to the other side that doesn't have the wheels on it, you see a lens, like a camera would have.
That's weird. This isn't magic at all.
What do you think it is?
I think it's a camera, like a movie camera kind of stitch.
It's a film projector.
A film projector. Oh.
I'm gonna let you mull over
Sure.
what that is while we come back to the other three. So you all you're at the door.
The tiny
It's a
door.
small door.
We went through the tiny door.
You're at the tiny.
door.
Well, you're at the door because it's clearly this was meant for the hob. It's small. And you're gonna have to like Alice in Wonderland this just a little bit. So
I point my wand at the door and imagine that it gets bigger. I think about that scene from Alice in Wonderland, and I cast a spell to make the door big enough for us to walk through. I'm thinking more about Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. That scene.
I love this. Okay. Roll. God, what is this? Roll charm. Roll. Yeah, I don't know.
All right. Brawn.
You're forcing it open.
I'm forcing it to be bigger. No, I guess charm.
You're not forcing the door open. You are changing the door.
I am changing the state of the door. Here we go. Mm-hmm. That's 4 plus my magic die, which is 3 plus 1.
If this makes you feel any better, I'm not making you do a probably more appropriate, but
it's 7. I got 8 total.
The door. Oh, I never gave you a number for this. Pardon me.
8 sounds good.
Mm-hmm. It does. I would say actually 8 would probably be on the money.
Sweet.
It gets bigger, not significantly, but you do increase the size of it. So it's not a small door. It's a
door.
It went from being like a hob-sized door to kind of one of those like half doors, you know, that it's independent. Like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
it's about that big now.
Okay.
So, Paris and Anahit, you saw that your friend tried to transfigure this door and make it bigger.
You want us to try the same spell to make it a little? Are we going to be able to fit into it right now?
I mean, you all can fit through it. You're just gonna like, especially JJ's gonna have to duck to walk through it.
Yeah, that's fine. He can duck.
Okay.
I think I'm thin enough to probably get through it.
Okay. You all go through the door then.
Broad shoulders. Yes. What is the door? Hold on. Does the door say anything like staff entrance? Does it look like it gets opened a lot?
What's it made out of? Is it made out of wood, metal? What's the deal?
It's a metal. It's a black metal door, and it says caution.
Cool.
Love that.
Well, we just got through.
Oh God, I didn't know. I would have made it bigger if I was like caution.
Probably not, though.
You...
Maybe it's probably a good thing, because maybe it's a big thing on the other side. It won't be able to fit through the door. Let's see what's there, baby.
Okay. You all open the door, and there is a small, relatively, it's enough for you guys to stand comfortably and safely on. But I would say it's like a metal platform that has a fire escape kind of ladder, like just a ladder that goes straight down.
I would like to take the light from the end of my wand and throw it down the ladder to see what's down there.
Okay.
Bring your wand? Or the
No,
light?
no. The light on the end of my wand. I'm casting a spell.
You could totally do that. If for whatever reason that doesn't work, you can just take your light and reflect it off of my compact mirror.
Ooh.
But that's if your spell doesn't work. We could try your spell first. That's a backup plan.
Do you guys want to try a spell?
No,
Sorry,
you have the light going.
Yeah. Are you sticking with that? You throw the light down there?
Yeah.
You just you treat your wand like a flare, and you just...
No, I throw the light imagine a water droplet coming out of a faucet, except instead of water, it's a little ball of light that will drop
Or it's
off
like
the
a
tip of my
flashlight where
wand.
where the light goes further down.
Yeah, it just drops off the tip of my wand, this ball of light, and floats down the...
If that's too hard, he can refract it off my mirror. Reflect it, whatever.
It's magic. It can fly.
Yeah, no, I love it. I just want to know exactly what you're doing. Because
I am not taking my wand and throwing it down a dark, cavernous space.
Yeah.
Sorry, I've just seen so many movies where people are like, let's see how deep this hole...
Yeah.
Just toss something, and I thought that's what you were doing, because you come from a non-magical community. And you're like, this is how we would do it.
No, I read books. It's all about reading fantasy books. I would
I love
say
it.
brains for me. That's why I vote for brains.
Okay. No, I actually am going to make you do charm again for this one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
My wand. All right, that's fine. 6 plus 4 plus 1. So
Okay,
5 is 11 plus 1 is a 12. What was I aiming for?
This was another, I just wanted to see how, because I mean, to make a light, you should have no problem making a light, but you are raining light down like a faucet is what you just... I'm
taking a ball of light from the tip of my wand.
Yeah.
And letting it fall off of my wand and float down this cavernous dark space.
Okay.
Like a little firefly.
I completely understand.
Bigger than a little firefly. Imagine a Edison-sized light bulb floating down this cavernous space.
Like a big old diamond.
Yeah.
You're gonna shine bright.
You're doing the D&D spell I did all the time.
Exactly.
And I should know what it is. Awesome.
Dancing lights.
Great. The ball is made no problem. Where you immediately illuminate it at your wand, there's really not a whole lot to see. It's just like layers of darkness, layers of black.
Love that.
But as it descends, things begin to come into view. Before I tell you about them, I need to go back to Zach one more time. So Zach, you are staring at like an old chrome out, if you can imagine the sports cars of the 50s and 60s where everything was like rounded edges and chrome and shiny metal. It's that the style of like a 50s diner, that aesthetic. That's what you might know it as. But it's a film projector, and it's bright, it's shiny, the ticking sound, it like kind of sings in your head. And there's something enchanting about the light coming off of it. And as you look into the lens, it seems to light up again. Like you see a faint light pouring through it. It's blue, it's soft, and it's just kind of as if it's leaking out and as its own light source.
Maybe it is magic.
Inside the lens, as if it's trying to project.
Yeah.
Right into your eyes.
I want to see what it's trying to show me.
Okay.
I grab my wand and I want to pull the image and maybe extract it onto the wall. To see if it'll show me whatever it is it's trying to show me.
Interesting. Okay. Then do a charm roll for me. Again, this is me just kind of gauging how successful you're going to be at this. If I decide
Okay.
you utterly fail, I'll give you an adversity token. But
Okay.
yeah.
So I don't have a number I'm aiming for?
No. You're kind of, yeah, you're trying to pull an image out and project it. This is out there, you know.
Yeah.
Truthfully, you will be able to pull something out. I feel like the range is you can pull something out of it to you will get the full picture, you know. But so I want to see where you fall in that.
So I currently have a 10.
It seems to be a theme tonight.
Yeah. But
okay.
like, if that's not sufficient, I will spend all of my adversity tokens for this.
I once again have made the mistake of not informing everybody of who won inspiration from last game because it was 2 weeks ago. It was you. I'm not saying you need to use it for this, but it just came to my mind. You have the ability to re-roll should you feel that you need it.
I don't think I'm gonna get a better roll than this on my D12 than a 9. So
then great.
Yeah.
Great. Good choice. Okay. You pull an image out of it. It does not project onto the wall, but it projects onto you, and it's as if you can see it in your mind's eye.
Okay.
And it's of a dashing man with a thin mustache and a white flower on his lapel, to fine navy robes with occasional striping in them that kind of have a little bit of a reflective quality themselves. You know, it's almost like as if it's made out of fine silk or rain. It's an interesting aesthetic. And you can't make out what he's saying or doing, but he is speaking. He's standing there with a staff, regally, with the sun behind him, and he is speaking passionately from the heart. Yeah.
Okay. I immediately, like, using that kind of image in my mind's eye, I drop down to the ground. I'm sure I still have my backpack from the last class, and I try to draw out the best I can this dude.
Okay.
In fact, I try to do it, and I try to enchant it with the same movement, like I learned from my friend in that other class.
Okay. For this, I do want you to roll. I'm gonna have you roll charm. This is gonna be like 16.
Cool. All right, cool. I got a 12, and I have 5 adversity tokens. I'm going to use 4 of them. I'm going to match that. I'm going to get that 16.
Evan looks so excited that you're going to do that.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Tokens? 4 tokens?
Yeah, I never use my tokens. I only do stuff I care about. And this, for whatever reason, Alex thinks is the most important thing in the world. This is his destiny being given to him by this magical object in this dark and scary place.
Oh my god.
Oh, I keep doing that. There it is.
Here, I got a weird dark one too.
God, it's the dog food one again. I can taste it. I can just tell. It's gonna be dog food. I gotta snuff this out fast. Ah, there it is. God, I missed the spicy ones.
We still have some. I actually found
Okay, cool.
One that's unopened.
Buttered dog food. This is better.
We don't have an unopened one.
I found it.
Oh. Are you saying I could have regular ones instead of these are all spicy, Garrett?
Oh no, the unopened one is all spicy. Sorry.
That's okay.
I looked out there. Cool.
What'd you get, Zach?
Just good things. Just tasty things.
What'd you get, Kevin?
I think I got vanilla, butter popcorn, dog food, and I think now with toothpaste.
Ooh, finish it off with toothpaste. Clean it out.
A nice palate cleanser, yeah.
I probably should have waited till my palate was empty of the other beans. We're crunched on time. Yeah, that's what's happening. That's what's happening.
Gross.
All right, fine. Alex, you managed to sketch not the full scene, as it were, but you get the gist of it. That this man is standing triumphantly in the space. He has the classic leading man jawline and the charming mustache, and his in your mind his brows make that kind of like the world is fascinating to me and I love everyone in it face. His lapel, his robes, you capture the sensation of light shining from behind him and his poise. It's all there in the picture.
Mm-hmm.
Except the brows. You don't get the brows quite right.
Nah.
They look a little more and you're drawing
looking like a Garva, like very thick, bushy eyebrows. Groucho Marx eyebrows. They're just huge.
Yeah.
The face is so pretty, but the eyebrows are just massive.
Yeah, which is weird because you got the mustache right. The brow is more furrowed in your drawing. So in your mind, he's regal and he's poised and he's charming, but on the page, it just comes off a little more serious. And as far as animating it goes, you manage to animate, but there's not a whole lot there. It's just kind of him just like standing and being. So you manage to capture the essence of the piece, but it's not moving per se. You don't capture a scene.
Okay. Glad I ate all my beans.
You know what? No, because you ate all those beans, and they weren't that bad. I'll say that you get some of the lip movement too. You can't read his lips.
Sure.
But you someone who could might be able to make out some of the words here.
That's cool. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm on board for
all
this.
right.
Yeah, this is cool.
Fantastic. So because I keep cutting on choices to be made, you can stay here, you can investigate the room some more, or you can leave back the way you came or continue down the hallway on the opposite end of the room.
I'm going to continue.
Okay.
But for another scene. Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll cut back to that because you three.
We found Alex?
We did.
As the light
someone
descends,
behind us.
Yeah. You do not find Alex.
Sorry, I'm just
You and Alex are very far apart right now. As the light descends, it's weird how your vision fades in because and I'm slowing time down here for you in this moment. It's layers of darkness. It's true darkness. It's vacant darkness. Oh no, wait, it's not vacant darkness. There is color in the distance. There's a bit of a shine. It's just off in the distance. It's just vacant, the space. This is a rather big dark room. And finally, as the light reaches its destination, the ground beneath you, at least 10 feet below, it goes from darkness to very bright white. Alabaster pale is the expression I use a lot.
Yes.
And it is very significant. It's in the distance. It's on the ground. But it doesn't feel like it because it's huge.
Is it the heart of darkness?
No, I think I start to back up and I pull Anahit and Paris towards the door. And I say, I think we may have found where the dragons sleep under the castle.
But aren't they pretty well tamed?
I don't
One
wanna
of
be
them
here.
flies right up to you and screeches in your face. This long, high-pitched squeal.
Yeah.
And
Oh.
you recognize
boy.
it. It's Bingley.
Oh, so adorable.
I want everyone to make a grit roll.
Oh crap, my grit sucks.
Where the heck's my grit?
How
Ooh.
loud is it for someone who is
That's a
in this
6.
quiet area but far, far away?
Alex. We'll get back to you.
Cool.
I need these grit rolls first.
I
4.
got a 5 plus 1, so 6.
I got an 11. 11 out of 12, so not bad.
Do you guys know what order you came through the door?
I went first.
I think I'm probably last, so probably
Yeah, I
Paris in the middle.
Yeah, it's probably second, yeah.
Okay. JJ is shaken, as is Anahit. JJ was kind of at the edge of the rafter, leaning over it, drop his wand thing, and he falls over.
What? The fuck?
Yeah. I will
What
give
noise?
you a moment to react to this, but you are no longer have the sturdy grate beneath you. Paris, I will also give you a moment to react to this because you are you've hold your ground enough. JJ's giant feet and legs are kicking up over you or in front of you. And Anahit,
JJ's. Oh, okay.
Anahit, you've kind of you've fallen on your tuchus. You've slipped and you've fallen again. It's like the cockatrice, but way worse. Way more
So much
startling.
worse.
Definitely a lot worse.
Mm-hmm.
I would say way, way, way worse. Exponentially more dangerous.
So JJ, you can make a snap decision.
Yes.
Of your choosing. Paris can do the same. Remember, you all are capable of magic.
I take out my wand. Well, my wand's already out. So as I start to fall forward, the only thing I can think of is to point my wand straight down and put a blast of air forward as strong as I can to blow me back up and onto the grate.
My God, to blow you back up?
Because my momentum's going this way, right? So if I do the right thing right at the right time, I'll just come right back up. In my head.
Like, are you going for like Wile E. Coyote status?
No, I'm falling forward, right? I just point it straight in front of me. Think Iron Man arm blaster status, right? Point a very concentrated thing of wind right in front of me to shoot me back up and hopefully not blow my wand out of my hand.
Okay, you are going to roll for 12, and it's going to be a fight roll.
Can I argue?
No, brawn. Yeah, brawn. Brawn is appropriate. Brawn is appropriate for this. Sorry.
That's fine.
Hey.
It's fine. And I get to add my magic.
I mean, you're trying to force the win. Oh.
Yes, 13 on my brawn roll and 15. What I need? 14.
Yeah. You cushion your fall. You get upright. You manage to land on your feet, but you're not Iron Man. Like, you land on your feet and you do so without breaking your ankle, though you still take a spill, and you're also on your tuchus. Paris, what's
so just to be clear, he has fallen down below in like that little pit.
It's not a little pit. It's the ground below you. You guys are up on a level. Yeah.
Okay, but he's fallen down below.
Yeah.
Okay. Where's the dragon?
There's one in your face, like it is flying in front of you in the air.
Like it's super close to me. Like I could mount it if need be. Could I do like a charm, like to blind it and hop over on it? I've got my freaking extensions in my bag. I could like wipe it around, but I still have to blind it first. I mean, right? Because like when you want to ride a dragon,
there's no reason why you couldn't try.
I don't know how to tame it, but I saw that one guy doing that, so I feel like why can't we do it?
Okay.
He's gonna get eaten by a dragon.
No, I'll be fine.
I would like you to roll for charm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
What's she aiming for?
You're trying to blind it? Like you're just trying to distract it and dazzle it?
Yeah, so basically so I can hop on it.
Okay, this is something that you've kind of done before, so and it's what you're just like making lights or whatever. So this should actually be fairly easy for you. I would say like a 4.
Okay, great. I got a 9.
Great, yeah. It's like a cat with a laser pointer, you definitely get its attention to look in one direction. But now you've got to mount it. So this is going to be like an athletics check. This is not really a magic thing.
Okay.
So you're trying to leap onto its back.
Yeah.
For that, do a brawn roll.
Okay.
Oh boy, and this is like gonna be.
I'm gonna have to use some tokens to get it.
10 to get on it, 12 to mount it. That's the way I'll put this.
Okay, I got a 5, guys. I have 3 adversity tokens I can eat. Does somebody else have 2 adversity tokens so that at least I can? What does 10 get me?
You can get on it.
Am I allowed,
like awkwardly be on it?
Even though I'm on the ground, am I allowed to assist her in her decision making?
I feel like you wouldn't really be like you're recovering from a fall. You kind of use like what I would call your bonus action and not dying from the cushioning your blow. So I'm gonna check in with Anahit first. Anahit, you've fallen down, but you are cognizant of everything that's happening around you, including your friend trying to jump on the back of a dragon.
Yes.
So
can I use my intuition in this situation? Are we still seeing and hearing anything with the hobs, like through the floors in this area?
You are not. You're in a totally different room now.
Okay.
I will still, if you want to use your intuition, I will describe everything.
Yeah, let's do it, because
okay.
What I was going to do won't work on this. So, yeah.
Okay. But you have the benefit of a bird's eye view in the back of this, so you can see everything. So how many beans are we eating?
Wait, are you... Me?
Yeah. Your intuition comes with a price. You have to pay an adversity. You have to spend, I think, just 1.
Oh, yeah. 1. Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my god, not dog food, not dog food.
I don't know what this is. No.
It's yellow, who knows?
Yellow dog food.
My favorite.
Oh, it's bird seed.
I know
I
that
think
bad.
This is dish soap.
Oh.
That one. At least it's not earwax or rotten eggs. That was the worst.
This actually just. Ooh. This might be a fruit flavor that I just don't care for.
Yeah, because soap is definitely nasty. Soap is a nasty one. That's the one that Holly kept trying to make me eat.
I mean, I don't think it's nasty. It's just like passion fruit or something.
It's a 5-year-old kept trying to make me eat soap.
It was
Holly.
adorable.
Yeah, she's 6 now.
Anahit sees a large cavernous room, the floor of which directly below is painted black to match the walls in the surrounding area. Not the wall behind her. The wall behind her is bright white in the dark. But the floor beneath is hard, maybe carpeted, maybe, but rigid black darkness below you. What you're more able to see is just past the giant white shape below you of a sleeping dragon is an orchestra pit. And the floor then begins to bend up and almost match your eye level off in the distance, with beautiful reds and golds lining the chairs, the many, many rows of chairs separated by 2 aisles, and the mezzanine that you are eye level with off in the distance.
In the theater?
Beyond that, a small glass room that might be the back of house, the the stage lighting department, or the projection room of a large, grand Art Deco theater.
Oh my god. Okay. I'm like, what do I do with that? Oh.
With that information, you see that there might be a way out at the end of the ramp, and that you go, oh, it's a theater, and in the Juliet Towers, you see a third sleeping dragon, the dark gray one.
Jeez. Okay.
Wonder this doesn't have a theater program.
It's literally hidden.
I'd like to remind everyone there's a cafetorium. There's a cafetorium that has a stage, and that's where the theater stuff happens. That's where all of the performances happen. So what's this doing?
Are they or are they not doing Fiddler on the Roof this semester? I need to know. Alex has always wanted to play Tevye.
Yeah. Someone's rehearsing for it. So Anahi, that is what you see, and I will once again, I'll give you the opportunity to make a bit of a gut reaction, a snap decision on whether or not you can assist your friend Paris in some magical means to mount the dragon that is starting to obscure your view.
Are there any lighting cables around?
It's a theater, so likely.
I could fly this thing into some cables.
Or I was thinking could use the cables like a lasso and like fucking lasso it. And
you know what? You used your intuition, so I'm going to say yes. There are ropes and cables and a catwalk above you.
Oh, a catwalk. Oh, we could go up the catwalk and jump down on top of it.
Well, she's already made the decision to try to leap onto this thing's back.
Okay, well, I'm going up the catwalk.
Okay. JJ, your friend, as you look up, is midair, trying to leap onto the wings of this American wyvern. Remember, it's got 2 back legs and just wing.
Yep.
So it's
I
below you. That's what you see.
Her, and I do the same wind spell, trying to point it under her feet to give her a little more lift to get her up and over the wings and onto the back of the dragon.
Great.
Mechanically, yes. I would like to use my loyalty trait to spend a couple adversity tokens.
Okay.
Because you needed what? You needed 12 to get on it?
Well, I needed 10 to get on it, and then 12 to...
And what, you're at 8
12,
right now?
like 10 to get on it awkwardly, 12 to do it gracefully. You need a 10. You need a 10.
So I have a 5 right now, Garrett, and I have 3 tokens of my own. So if you have 2 tokens...
Every
Garrett
token I
needs to spend 1.
Every token I spend for you counts as 2 points.
Okay.
So I'm actually going to spend 2 adversity
one.
tokens to get you up to 12, so you can get on it and not have to worry about falling off.
Well, it's just getting on it awkwardly, but okay, that's fair. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna ride a dragon.
Oh my god, how many beans am I eating? You're spending 2 and you're spending 3. This is awful. Why don't I agree to this?
I'm not gonna look because I know they're all bad.
I know mine are also all bad. I don't have any more water either. I'm gonna cry in front of
Here we go.
a
Here's
live
mine.
audience.
I think this is a sriracha.
Okay, y'all. What colors do we have here?
Dude, my nose is stuffed though.
I've got blue and green and what I'm pretty sure dog food and red and pink.
Well, that's not sriracha.
You're really stocked up on that doggo food.
I hate it so much.
Oh no! One
Here's
is
the orange one.
jalapeno, and one is grape. Why have I done these together?
Those
I
are
got jalapeno.
a combination.
No, wait. Oh no! This is a jalapeno and black licorice.
Oh, pepper! No, I was enjoying this.
I wish I had pepper compared to mine. I gotta get some water in this. Sorry.
Oh my god! What's the bright red one?
That might be the hottest one, which is habanero.
Toothpaste. I need to.
The bright red one might be
oh god, guys!
Carolina Reaper. This isn't bad for me, actually. the jalapeno and the black licorice kind of canceled each other out, and I'm just sort of left with like a. This is great.
I wanted to get the toothpaste bean in my mouth as fast as possible and hoping it would cool down the jalapeno. And so I flicked it in my mouth like an idiot, and I just swallowed it whole. I almost died, guys.
Oh no!
Don't die.
Oh, why did I save the dog food one for last?
I don't know, man. That's not gonna be a good linger.
It's licorice. It's licorice. It's negating everything. It's overpowering all this terribleness, except the heat. Oh my god, I'm actually sweating.
Yeah, the bright red ones are rough.
Needless to say, the spell is successful. Congratulations, everyone.
I have to explain this, Sable. Who's here? And wants to know why I was just chugging almond milk and put some dill salad dressing in my throat.
Oh, this is awful. I am also out of bed.
Did we solve your dragon puzzle? You can say it.
Yeah, the dragons all just collapse immediately. You guys walk out, no problem. Good show. Good show, everybody. What was your favorite moment? Talk amongst yourselves. Oh.
You have to say you solved my dragon puzzle. Whatever. I probably can't use that.
This is so awful. This is so awful. Oh.
No, I have like the jelly I think stuck in my teeth. Like
I need like Vegemite. Like this is just awful.
I know.
Okay.
I got. Do you have creamy? Do you have creamy salad dressing? That helped me a lot.
Okay, I think I do. It's Chipotle Southwest Ranch, but okay.
Oh well.
Okay.
Anything with Chipotle in the beginning probably the best choice.
All right. Paris feels a strong gust of wind under her, and so does the dragon. The dragon counters by lowering himself just a bit, and Paris is able to not just mount the dragon, but jump onto its back so gracefully, maybe backwards, but, you know, she is beauty, she is grace, she is taking this dragon in her face, whips her leg around, and is riding the back of a dragon. Luckily, this one has the softest fur scales you have ever. Sorry, it's based on my cat. This dragon is a little pudgy, so it's a little soft, and you are able to grip the shoulder blades of its wings rather feasibly, and you have no problem being on it. Even better, its only immediate reaction is just to screech once more. So, Alex is far off in another room, but on the same floor with terribly insulated walls.
Mm-hmm.
So, you hear as this picture is in your mind, passing through your thoughts, down your hand, onto your pen and paper, and you are enchanting an image of this mystery man.
Mystery
your
man?
thoughts, the thoughts that have been overwhelmed by this projector are broken by a faint screech off in the distance that you do not recognize.
Yeah. I think for Alex, hearing that screech, even if it's far away, but down here in this labyrinth, kind of hits him for the first time how alone he is down here. Hey, I want to roll a grit to see if I do anything but stand there in terror for a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
You roll grit. I will say this is a low thing because the bar you are trying to reach is anything at all. Do anything.
Absolutely, but
yes, absolutely, but you do have your fear working against you. So under normal circumstances, I'd be like, yeah, just roll a 4. You should be fine. But you are realizing that you are alone, space you've never been before. It hasn't changed in the last hour or so, and there's a monster on the loose somewhere, maybe? you have to at least hit a 7 to do anything.
Yeah, I got the 4. So yeah.
How do you react then?
I look down at Frisket because that is the only thing that is with me in any way. And as soon as I have the wit about me to realize where I am, what's going on, I bolt.
In which direction?
The one that the sounded the least like it was from.
That would be behind you, or the way away from the way you came in. It's basically you are now leaving the room.
Sure. Yeah. Great.
So you run past the mirroring pools of water into a narrow passage that is immediately blocked by a small wall that you can take left or right to possibly get around.
Gonna need a coin flip on that one, because he's not. I don't think he has any sense about anything at this point. He's just in flight or flight mode.
Cool. Just tell me when to stop. Tell me when to stop.
So I'm gonna say I go to the left.
Great. It's just a wall. It's just a wall. As soon as you bend around the other side, you see the other side of the wall, and you notice that this little enclave room that you're in is filled with old posters or pictures, or it's meant for that at the very least. Some of them are empty, some are not. In fact, it's not even that they're really empty. It's just the image that used to house them has kind of been pressed in or burned in, is what it feels like, onto the glass perhaps. And it seems like it's that same face, just in different positions perhaps. And
the face from the image before?
Yes. So you're starting to see that face in different spots in these frames that are kind of lining this little if you want to call it a room, you can, but there's a wall in the way, and it's on the wall is the grandest one of them all. And then immediately past this wall is a set of double doors that are glass and framed with ornate gold molding. They've got handles. Everything is starting to seem very familiar to you. Like, yes, these are doors that buildings have, but it's black on the other side of the glass. Like a dirty, charcoaly kind of color, or lack thereof.
I picked a direction. I'm just going.
So you push through the doors.
Yeah.
It's gonna take some effort, so I need you to roll brawn.
What is my brawn? Brawn is not great. 5.
They don't budge by force.
Okay. Then he hightails it in the opposite direction. He's just moving. He's just getting.
Okay, let's do this quickly, shall we? You are now running back into the center. It's bright comparatively. It's ornate. There's tiles everywhere. There's that projector in the middle. As you run past it, it rocks a bit because it's not bolted down, and you are booking it. Yeah, and it's like it wobbles like it's turning toward you, like it's trying to get your attention. And then you immediately come to that fork in the road, that semicircle where you came in. So you could either go to the left or go to the right.
Left.
You first come to a very long hallway. Just like you had first seen when you fell through. It's a long hallway, and at the very end is torch, what you presume is a torch and a water dish.
Yeah, perfect. It's somewhere I've been before, I think.
Just like that hallway, it bends to the right, and then it curves all the way to the right, and then it starts to be far less familiar. You end up in this space. Remember the spade-shaped room? You are now recognizing that you are at the point of a spade-shaped path, which is unfamiliar to you. You can keep running. You can keep running in places.
To see if I hear anything again, because I heard that sound before and thought maybe something was aware of me. But
let's find out if you hear anything. So back in the theater, you all are you're all in very different places. Anahit is still perched, so to speak, at the platform above. JJ is far below, and Paris is on the back of a dragon. Who wants to do something first?
I want to get on the dragon too, because I want to be able to tell Brahm and impress him that I mounted a dragon.
What a great reason right now to get on a dragon.
Okay. Since the dragon is already being mounted by a friend, let's check in with the friend. Paris, what is your instinct now that you've set yourself onto this dragon?
Paris's first instinct is she has to do the Xena warrior call because she's on a dragon, and that show definitely was out at this point. You know, her Xena's warrior call. And then at that point, can I just kind of like a horse, because I grew up in Los Angeles, so obviously in Beverly Hills area, my parents probably took me out to Malibu for horseback riding. Can I control the dragon like a horse and bring it up to where Anahit's at?
Let's find out.
Okay.
Oh boy. His dice are coming down. That's never a good sign.
I know.
It's not huge. Okay. I don't want to be mean, so I'm just going to let you roll first. I'm just going to say I'm giving you advantage because you did the Xena Warrior Cry.
Okay.
And I'll even give you a +1 because you are treating this like a horse, and I think that's really smart.
Okay.
So I'll give you a little bit of a bump, but you are aiming for a very high number. Like, I'm just going to go ahead and tell you right now, you kind of have to explode. No, wait, no, I'm going to be nicer about this. I'm going to be nicer about this because I love this.
Okay.
You have to beat 8.
For what? What am I rolling?
To control the dragon.
What stat is she rolling?
Oh, pardon me. Grit.
Okay.
You're not forcing it, you're just kind of like guiding this thing.
What did I need?
8.
I got a 7. Oh, but I got a +1, you said, right?
But you get a +1, yeah. I also said I'd give you advantage. So go ahead and roll one more time for me.
The same grit?
Yes.
Okay. That's a 4.
Okay, so you got an 8. You are able to kind of sway this thing, but it has an idea of where it wants to go to. So what is your plan?
I'd like to fly up to where Anahit's at so that she can hop on it. I'm going to fly us out of here. We're going to try and eventually probably swoop down and try and pick up JJ, right? It's a big
Anahit is... Okay, so Anahit's already there, so all you're really doing is just trying to keep it at bay.
Sure.
So it spins around, and Anahit, from your perspective, it's almost like it's trying to, like, bunch up against you. It's getting close to the space. It's let's say its midsection is like up against the platform. So you have a prime opportunity to mount this.
Sweet. I
Okay.
take a really long lighting cable,
Ooh.
and I form it into kind of a circle, and then I'm gonna jump onto its back and try and put the like kind of collar thing that I've made around its neck, so that we could hold on to it like a harness.
I love this. I'm gonna have you do 2 different rolls here then. I would like you to make I'm gonna say a fight roll. I'm gonna look at your stats. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a fight roll with magic to summon the cable and transfigure it, unless you want to just tie a knot yourself. Like, I mean, the cables are out of your reach, so I'm assuming you're summoning it with magic.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And then how are you fashioning it into a harness?
I mean, I was just gonna like make it into a circle and then just kind of tie a little basic knot.
Cool. Yeah. And I'll make this easier then. You're just trying to summon it. It's going to be real basic fight roll because you're trying to pull down a cable. So let's say 5.
Okay, let's see. Oh, got a 5.
Yeah.
Cool. Add your magic die. Add your magic die.
I mean, that was with the.
Oh!
Great. Thanks so much for asking.
Sorry!
Still just a 5.
Yeah, so you fashion this loop out of cable that you've ripped out of the ceiling. Now I need you to make a brawn roll to jump on this thing's back. You would have gone for 10-12 like I had Paris do, but since this beast has been lined up for you, I'm going to say it is now 6, 7.
7?
Yeah.
Probably
6 or 7.
I'm probably going to need help because, yeah.
You need a 6.
Oh, yeah, I definitely need help. I have 1 + 2, so 3. Yeah, I need help.
Okay. So a 3. Paris, you're right there. You want to reach out and assist your friend?
Can I reach out and assist her without adversity tokens? If I don't have any tokens, can I give her let's see.
I mean, you can just do a good old-fashioned extend your arm and hope that you can pull her.
Oh. Yeah. We're going to do that. That's great.
Make a brawn roll. I'm hoping you're going to finish hers with 3. Or sorry. Yeah, 3.
Yeah. Wait,
3.
4? No, you said 7. So 4.
7 would be you getting on gracefully and not clearly having an issue. So I'm just hoping you get on it all.
Cool.
I got a 10.
Oh.
I exploded. Do I have to roll again or no?
If you
the good news for Anahit is she can now say that she has mounted a dragon and impressed Braun. The bad news is she knows that deep down in her heart, she can't say that she's the dragon rider of the group because Paris was able to just grab her and whip her on with the same beauty and grace that she had done before. And now Anahit is situated perfectly, all thanks to Paris's assistance. Anahit is the person on the back of the motorcycle now hugging for dear life, while Paris...
It doesn't matter. You can still tell me you rode the dragon. It doesn't
matter.
we
have a harness.
That's girl
now.
Code.
And we have a harness now, too. I made the harness.
Great. So you're assisting in passing that up to Paris so that she can better steer this dragon. That will actually make this easier.
Yay.
Great.
Wonderful. Okay, JJ.
So, bully for you both. I'm on the ground in front of a sleeping dragon. As Paris yells her Xena Warrior Princess yell, JJ is like paralyzed with fear in front of this alabaster white. How big is this dragon and how close is it to me, the one that's asleep and on the ground?
It's big. Do you remember? I feel like you would. When Braum described his dragon?
Sure.
I'm actually not sure if JJ was there for it, but I remember Garrett commenting on this thing. This dragon is named Shade. It got the name because its wingspan casts a lot of shade.
Wonderful.
It is big, it is beefy, and it's pale, except for its fiery eyes.
Which are closed? I look, and they're closed.
They are currently closed as it guards its hoard of random stuff. All before you is like the lost and found section of the school. It is just all sorts of stuff. There are staffs and books and bags. There's a lot of unusual items that don't seem like they belong to a student, but maybe to an old professor. A particular staff of note, a set of old vintage robes, a hat. There's a cauldron, like a cast iron cauldron, sitting perfectly upright in front of you. Not like you could grab it if you really wanted to. The place is littered with items and bric-a-brac from decades. And its tail, it's this mountain, this giant rolling hill of White Dragon's tail is bending around and trying to taper off everything as it sleeps. You could reach out and grab some of these items over its tail, but only if you're very brave.
Why? Why do I want any of these things? In JJ's head, Braun comes in here all the time and thinks all of this is useless junk, so I don't what is keeping me from turning around and climbing the ladder back up to the door that we got into this room?
You are kind of noticing the cauldron for maybe a few reasons. One, I'll say, is because you have destroyed your cauldron in your potions class. The other items you'd be interested in because they're magical wizard items. The stuff of your books, the literature that you pour yourself into, has been displayed out in front of you in the form of random junk. So let me ask you, is there anything that would entice you?
Okay, look, me, Garrett, the min-maxing player of this game, is like, what do I don't know why I need items for anything, but JJ...
There's hourglasses, there's statues, there's all sorts.
In JJ's head, the only thing that really sticks out, I don't think he thinks he needs another cauldron, because I think JJ thinks that the school provides you with cauldrons, and if you ruin one, they'll just give you another cauldron.
No, they won't, because if you remember, your professor, SJ something, the very, very old individual in your potions class, said it was totally fine that you destroyed your cauldron because it's a learning experience. However, Mix Newman, that's Mix SJ Newman, mentioned that you now have to break up your partnership with Ray because there weren't enough extra cauldrons. There's more students this year than there ever have been. So there's not enough cauldrons to go around. So you have been broken up from Ray and partnered with Katus and Charlie. I don't know how much of this you need to remember, but I'm just reminding you, the player, that they did say they were out of cauldrons this time.
If I gotta risk my life for a science partner,
I'm just presenting you with options. You all do whatever you...
What is the
There have
staff?
been a lot of choices tonight.
What does the staff look like?
The staff is regal. It is, I would say, it's got this charm of Gandalf's staff in that it looks simple and rustic, yet refined at the same time. It's a twisted piece of beautiful, not like I want to say something like a purple heartwood or something, that just the wood itself is what makes it beautiful. And it's carved into a kind of a spirally shape with this beautiful gem on top.
Oh, crap. All right.
Yeah, this kind of silvery gem.
JJ pulls out his wand. This is so dumb. and I want to shrink the cauldron down so I can put it in my pocket.
You don't have to.
No.
You don't have to.
No. Now the guilt of splitting it up with Ray and ruining the school's cauldron because of his lack of instruction creeps into his mind, and he decides to shrink the cauldron down and put it into his pocket.
Okay.
With his
so
wand.
For that, you're gonna make a few rolls.
I love it.
I want you to roll charm on the spell. This is pretty basic magic, though you've done it before. So let's say you are rolling for I'm gonna say 9 for you.
Pretty basic, pretty easy. Let's just make you roll almost your whole die. Okay, cool. I got a 5 plus 1. My magic die, which is a 2. So that's 6, 8.
Okay. I'll be nice. I will let you take the adversity token and say that it shrinks down, just not pocket sized. This is something that you could loop it on your belt and have it hang off of your side, or you could just carry it like a lunchbox, like a small, like a pail. It's not pocket
within
sized.
one of those like Halloween pails?
Yeah.
Yes.
Is it within my reach to grab it?
If you carefully walk up to it and reach over the dragon's tail, yes. You don't have to walk far, but
What if I had like a staff in my hand? Could I reach out and just loop it through the staff and then bring it to myself?
Yes. I like this.
I would like to summon the staff to my hand.
For this, I'm going to say it's a grit roll.
Oh, crap.
No, let's call this brawn.
Yes.
Because you're not scared for some reason. You should be. But this is.
I'm sure I will be. Okay. Oh.
You know what? Here's what I'm gonna say. It's a brawn to get the thing. It's a grit to make sure you don't drop.
Well, I just rolled a critical success on my D20. I actually.
Oh my God! We finally have a real
critical. I'll show it to you. I exploded. Look at this. I'll even roll again. And I got a 19 on my second roll. I got a.
Wow!
39.
We finally did it. We finally did like a real critical success. Oh my gosh! Yes.
And since I rolled my magic die, great. I got a 41 to get this staff over to me.
So, in this case, so what happens, Garrett? JJ definitely picks up the staff and with a steady hand loops the tapered small end through the small handle of this cauldron that he shrunk down. So it's rather light now. He's able to pick up the item and have it slide towards his hand. And because Garrett, you rolled so well, JJ is now able to just like carry both of these items around.
I'd say yoink.
With the greatest of ease.
Crawl back. Just after some petty larceny, I'm just gonna crawl back up the ladder.
Yeah.
And leave.
Just like my friend Bilbo,
Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay.
Petty theft and out I go.
Yeah. Great. I'm not even gonna challenge this. Alex, we're back to you.
Cool.
You are lost in the labyrinth.
Yeah, I probably peed myself at this point.
If you want to continue forward, that's all I'm at. You can either go back the way you came, you can stay where you are and try something creative, or you can just continue down the path. Because you actually don't have a whole lot of decisions to make. It's obvious where to keep moving. It's weird.
Oh? Is it?
The real choice for you is not left or right. It's do I keep moving forward?
Oh yeah, keep moving forward.
All right. So you bend around. You have now escaped this spade-shaped area. You go down this path. You see a spade-shaped room, just like where you found Enzo the first time, but he's not there. You go up. It's kind of a like tall I don't know what to call this. It's a tall candlestick-like shape, tapers off, and then comes right back down the other side. You look to your right. It's an immediate dead end, so you bend around a bell-shaped curve. You have no choice but to keep going. It starts to open up here. It gets wide. It's far less claustrophobic, and there's light here. Thank goodness, because you were starting to lose it. You keep bending around this space. You are now, you've done a bell, then you're going on the underside of the bell. If you keep moving forward, this is the path you're taking.
Great, yeah.
You are now moving away from the sounds of people chewing and dropping food above you, through the creaks in the floorboards, and you finally have a choice to make as far as an immediate left or an immediate right.
You're right.
Okay, you go right, and you bend around a corner, and it's a dead end. So I'm going to pause there for just a hot second and check back in with Paris and Anahit, who are now both on the back of a dragon.
Yeah.
Paris, again, I need you to make a grit roll against this dragon's, against his decisions.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I did not. Yeah. One land, buddy. That is an 8.
Okay. I am. It's an 8. Okay. Oops. All right. So far, the magic number is 3, 6. Here we go. Oh, I thought you matched for a moment. Where did you want to take it? You're on the back of a dragon. You have your friend now. Step.
Well, you'd said that there was like a little sloping up thing like out of the theater to potentially get out of the theater that way. I think I'll go that way.
Yes. You are in the very back of the house, and you were back of the stage. You were trying to go to the back of the house.
Yeah, to get out.
You start to fly in that direction, and as you make your way over the sleeping dragon that JJ has escaped from,
right,
and it spins around and lands in front of it's hovering in front of the orchestra pit, and it screeches again.
Oh crap.
Okay.
Where am I at this point in the room?
I think you are now at the bottom of a ladder, way up. So while you think about what your next steps are, ladies, and JJ is making his way up the ladder, I'm going to check back in with Alex real quick, who hasn't had to make another decision. He just had to take a moment to realize he made the wrong one. It's okay. It's fine. It's a labyrinth. It's designed to do this. So you take the left path, immediate left, immediate right, immediate left. That's a dead end. You take a right. Wow, there's a real map here, and it's actually working for you. You make a few more left-hand turns, and you find a small, but not that small, black metal door with caution written on it.
He did not stop to read. No. Can he open this door?
It's actually rather loose.
Great.
Like, I'm not sure anybody actually shut it. You know, it's kind of ajar.
Great. Perfect. This has got to be the way out of this point.
JJ, you are climbing the ladder. You start to reach to the top. You put your hand on the last rung. You pull yourself up, and right before you, instead in front of your face, just like the dragon, is your friend Alex and a small white fox.
Alex!
JJ!
What the hell?
No. There's something here. It made a loud shriek.
Look! I pointed Anahit and Paris on the back of the dragon.
What?
Yeah. Where have you been? We've been looking for you. Also, this is wild. Are you okay?
Sobbing. Alex is just sobbing.
Oh.
He's really relieved to not be alone. He's really embarrassed to realize that they probably followed him down here. Sobbing. Inconsolable sobbing.
JJ pulls you in for a big hug and is like, hey man, it's all good. Life sucks and is hard a lot, but you don't ever have to be alone when you're with us, the Four Musketeers.
Does the dragon react at all when it hears the crying? The one that we're on?
No, not the one that you're on. It's fine.
Did I say
it's
it?
at this moment I want to ask Alex. I did not want to step on the toes at that moment. That was beautiful. You too. Alex, with all of that, I want to ask two things. One, like, how distracted are you by this moment? Because this is where I would want to make a perception roll.
Oh no, I'm not aware of any.
Not aware of anything.
Anything outside of this moment? No, not
okay.
Possible.
Great. So I will put that thought to bed. I would also want to ask you, do you still have your broom on you from class earlier?
Son of a bitch. It definitely would have still had it because he went immediately from class. Damn it. I would have
already ran back to your room. You ran back to your room to get it because your teacher mentioned it.
No, absolutely. I had it. I didn't remember that I had it on my character this entire session. I would have been writing it through here. But yes, I do have it.
Excellent.
So I want to point down to Paris and Anahit landing in front of the big sleeping dragon. And is the dragon still asleep when I look at it? The big white one? Brahm's dragon?
It is starting to rustle a bit.
Those two need our help down there. And I can't do this without you. We have to somehow get that dragon to follow us. And I point to the other side of the theater, out there.
All right.
What do we do?
You can just leave that to me. And I get on my broom and I go.
Take me with you. Take me with you. You boop the dragon? Oh crap.
So hold up. A few things just happened rather fast. So Alex is mounting his broom, yes? Okay, yeah. I want you to just make a quick flight roll for me. While he's doing that, JJ,
10.
Do you have your broom on you? Because now you're seeing that someone's got one. You all were in the same brooms class.
Dude, I don't. I would have put it back to between classes.
You would have?
I don't want to carry it. It's like carrying a bicycle into a classroom. It's a lot of work.
I respect your honesty. Okay.
I mean, can I climb onto the back of Alex's broom? Or how about this? I look down into the dragon horde's pile. Is there a broom down there?
There is a broom down there.
I summon it to me because.
Right.
Let's see what happens.
Okay, so Alex is making a flight roll, and
I got an 18. Don't worry about Alex. He's always good on a broom.
I thought as much, but I just have to be sure. Times are crazy. And for JJ, I'm gonna say that you noticed a broom in the pile, and it's just a matter of getting to it or it to you. So Great. How would you like to approach this?
I imagine it's whacking into my hand, the feeling of holding it in my hand, and I use that feeling of holding this broom tightly in my hand to pull it towards me with main strength.
Great. I would like you to make a charm roll, and you're only aiming 6.
All I ever want to roll is brawn. Ever. That's 10.
I appreciate the effort. I noticed it. I appreciate
18. 18. 18 charm.
Okay.
Charm the shit out of that broom. That broom was like, oh, hey, who's this guy?
All right. Give me one moment. Yes. I have it. A broom, a rather large one, lucky for you, comes racing to your hand. It's beautiful. It's made of gleaming marble wood. Not like your wand, but, the two kind of go together. You pick it up. It's heavy. It kind of bites you just a little bit. So I would like you to make a slight grit roll.
You want a brawn roll because it's fighting me and I can hold it.
Fight roll.
You know what? Let's just keep it simple and make a flight roll to see how well you can tame the Cadillac.
Oh, that's a beautiful broom.
This is what you are mounting.
Good thing
I don't have to describe it. I don't have to describe it. I love it.
D8 is so no. That was a 1 plus 1, which is a 2. I will spend the rest of my adversity tokens foolishly because I have 3, and that would make that.
It's all right. I mean, you could take another shot at mounting 5.
No, well, if I spend all my adversity, I got a 2.
Okay. Yeah. Well, it's not a failure, but it's gonna take some getting used to because this is not your broom. It's somebody else's.
I kind of I look surprisingly at Alex like I'm holding this broom, trying to get it under control.
Hey, with your turn, you successfully summoned the broom. Alex successfully flew off and booped a dragon on the nose. Is that what I'm getting?
I was told I had to distract it to help the girls.
Yeah.
Great. And girls, what are you doing on the backs of your dragons? And dragon, sorry, plural. May I ask, especially Anahi with her big mooncalf bag, did you happen to bring your broom?
No, I did not.
Okay.
But I'm petting the soft scales of this dragon.
The dragon has now set itself down in front of the orchestra pit, and it's just making noise and kind of like trying to try, if it could look at you it would, but you're in the one spot it can't look. So
but then Alex boops him on the nose, right? So that does the dragon take that as
no? Oh wait, is that the dragon you're booping?
The one I was told to distract.
Yeah, the one that we're on right now. So that way we can chase him out of here. Like we can use the dragon to chase Alex to get us all out of here. Wasn't that the whole plan?
I thought it was the big one.
I thought it was the big one too.
I thought it was the big one too. I love the idea of Paris going like, yeah, come boop it. Oh, what are you doing?
I definitely thought you were booping ours. Okay. Never mind. Clearly, I had an alternative plan.
Probably a better plan. Don't worry.
Oh my
god. So yeah, you're booping the biggin.
Oh, I'm booping the biggin.
Yeah. So what are you two doing with? We're like flagging down Alex and to you.
What did you say? Flagging down Alex, and then what? Sorry, you're.
Yeah, you're trying to flag down Alex and realizing it. So what are you doing instead?
Yeah, flagging him down and realizing it's what?
He's just flying right past you.
Oh, just because you're
it's cutting out. Okay.
Yeah, it's cutting out right when you're at the exact same point.
What are you doing?
Okay. What are we doing, Paris?
Well, this thing is it actually on the ground in the orchestra pit, or is it hovering?
He said it was hovering last time.
Okay.
It's sit down at this point.
Oh,
it's standing in front of the orchestra pit.
Okay. Well, the
yeah.
boys have brooms. Maybe each of those brooms can fit at least one other person on them, right? I mean, if we call the boys over here, they could grab us off the dragon.
I would say
to get out of here. Is our goal? Is our end goal to get out?
It's certainly not to be eaten. Yeah, I would say that JJ's new broom absolutely carries something. I'm not so certain about Alex.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if the dragon can fit.
You look over at JJ, and I'm like pointing at the glass at like the entrance of the theater. Like, if we can all get over there. Like, okay, Brahm must be able to fly these dragons out of this place because he flies dragons all the time. So there has to be an exit big enough for a flipping dragon to get out of. I start
I'm not
looking
surprised
around
at
for
the
that.
amount of noise that the dragons have made that he's not here already. Where the heck is Brahm?
Yeah, where's your boy toy?
We need him here. Can we summon him?
Summon him.
I mean, we do know magic.
Wait, I have my little sachet. If I rub on it, will he appear?
No.
So you're all having this conversation. Great. That's what you're doing with your turn.
Okay.
Alex has now booped the nose of a terrifying dragon that was starting to be awakened and now certainly is.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my
the
god, that is the
fiery red
distraction.
eyes of a giant white dragon raise its head at you and immediately screams.
Oh no.
I scream out to the others, everyone just get out of here safely. I will catch up with you. And I zoom around away from the dragon, trying to just keep its attention.
Make a flight roll. And I know you're good. Let's just not forget that, okay?
Oh, I know I'm good.
Oh no. If we get Alex eaten, I'm gonna feel so bad.
What is it? It was like a 2. What is it?
In order to stay ahead of this dragon,
yeah,
I need a 20.
Okay. I rolled a 19. I'll eat one bean.
Amazing. This dragon is nipping at the bristles of your broom, but you manage to stay right in front of it. No one around you can tell whether it's by choice or not, if you're just that daring or if you're that lucky. So which direction in this cavernous auditorium are you taking this beast?
All right, I'm flying around. I'm looking to see if there is an escape area, a way to get out. If not, I'm kind of
you.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You recognize that you're in a theater, as you have the best seat in the house.
Mm-hmm.
So you know that usually the entrance and exits at the back, up the ramp past all the seats.
If I go to the stage, where do the flies go?
Where do the flies go? They go up.
How high up?
About, not unfortunately that high, because it's not a theater.
Okay.
It's a movie theater.
A movie theater. Okay.
So there's really not a whole lot of room up there. There's only enough to hold curtain. I will say, though, it's a grand movie. So there's a mezzanine. There's a curtain. A beautiful giant red curtain, another gold one in front of it. And there's a mezzanine on the far end. I just wanted to describe that to you in case you weren't focused on that earlier.
If I can keep up ahead of the dragon, I'm going to see if I can use my wand to drop the curtain over it.
I love this. All right, so for that, we're going to do what we did with Anahit and have you a fight roll as you are... Or did we do brawn for you, Anahit, pulling down that cord?
I think it was brawn, yeah.
I think it was brawn. So I'm going to have you do a quick brawn roll to see if you can yank the right rope to drop one of the two curtains on it. This will be because you're a little distracted.
You cut out.
10.
10? I'll do what I can. This is not going to happen. All right. Yeah, we got a good old 4.
Off in the distance, a piece of the fabric is slashed, but the rope that you were aiming for next to it stays intact. So we're gonna have to keep chasing a dragon.
I see. Hold on. Hold on. Now I'm watching all of this happen, right? So I see that he goes for something, and I would like to assist him in pulling that down. I've got 3 adversity tokens, and they're each worth 2.
Okay.
If I spend all 3, he can succeed in cutting that down and landing it onto the dragon's head.
All right. I'm gonna let you do that, and I'm gonna eat some stupid beans, and I hate you.
Okay. Great.
But while I'm eating beans, I'm actually gonna focus back on Anahit and. So you all are sitting on the back of a dragon that's sitting on the ground-ish. It's kind of like mounted on the rim of the orchestra pit, with its back legs sitting on the ground, and it's just sitting there screaming.
Some of these are fun looking, at least. No, this one's not. Oh boy.
I mean, is there like a soft spot on this little dragon that we could rub to make it stop screaming, or is
there is?
Great. Where's it at?
It was mentioned in class.
I wasn't in. Was I in dragon class?
You were there when the dragons were presented. You too. The boys were not, but you two were.
I was also gonna say I could give it some herbs.
It's just under its right wing, I think.
Yeah.
I'm going to once again describe these dragons.
Ears.
Oh, it's behind the ears. That's right.
It's like your cat. Where does your cat like to be scratched?
This dragon. There are 3 dragons in the room. I'm going to describe them to you in hopes it'll work your memory. Okay. And if you still don't get it, then we'll do brains rolls. And just we'll see what happens.
Kevin, where does your cat like to be scratched?
Well, there's 2 of them. One of these dragons is Bingley. He has, as Miss Pernwaltern described it, white little boots and gloves and a white ascot because he's a perfect gentleman. He's so sweet and good-natured. And he likes being scratched here but not there. And then there's Mr. Darcy, the gray one with green eyes that is not a wyvern like Bingley is, where it only has 2 hind legs and then wings with claws on the end. But it has 4 legs and wings. Well, Mr. Darcy doesn't have 4 legs because one of his legs is missing. But other than that, he is handsome and proud. And he's a little older, but he's still pretty spry. And then there's the new one that Brahm did describe to at least Anahit. And his name is Shade. And all you really know about him is that he flies a lot with Brahm.
And is very big.
Right, but all we care about right now is the Bromley one because we need to figure out where we need to Bingley. Sorry, whatever it's called. We need to figure out where to make him be quiet, right?
Yeah, because he's waking up Mr. Darcy.
Right.
I did not
Mr. Darcy is sleeping in the Juliet
Can
Tower.
we each take different parts? One of us thinks it's behind an ear. One of us thinks it's behind what did you guys say?
Under his arm, but I think it's behind the ear. I think you're right, the right ear.
Yeah, let me pat behind its ear.
Okay. Anahit, are you waiting for this to finish?
I'm gonna let her do that because I'm kind of scared because I did not write down what the actual answer is. So
when you scratch behind where its ears would be, because it's a lizard, it just shakes its head violently, just like not aggressively, but just like
Oops, I remembered wrong.
Okay, so can we now try petting by its little arms?
Blades.
I will let Anahit try something
blades.
else.
Great, Anahit, try another spot.
I have herbs, and I want to do herbs because
do some herbs.
Let's get this dragon high.
Yeah.
I have valerian root, and I want to give it some valerian root, but
remind me what valerian root does.
It makes him sleepy. I want to put him to sleep.
Does it really?
Yes, it does.
Good, because I can't blow out this candle and get into my. So, all right. You are. Here's what's gonna happen on me, because this is This is unusual. You're going to do brains roll because you're testing your knowledge against this animal's grit. So, you have to beat. Okay, better. Okay, you have to beat 27. I believe in you.
Oh boy.
Thanks.
What did she roll?
I think you know your stuff. I really do.
Okay, what did she have to roll? So
Brains.
Brains? You said brains, right?
Okay,
Brains, which is your best asset. So you can do this with just 2 rolls. If you get lucky.
Oh no.
No?
Oh no.
Does she get advantage because she's using a root?
She does, because this is herbology. You do get an extra point, but I'm assuming it's not enough.
I only roll once, right? And then plus my little modifiers.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I was just hoping you'd roll a 20.
Haha, no. 6 total. Yeah.
So what's that bring you to? Remember, you get an extra point because it's herbology.
That was with the extra point.
Okay,
it was
you got a 6.
3 plus 2 plus 1. So
all of your herbs fall into the orchestra pit, and it dives in for them and laps them up like it's nothing. But you are now kind of being jolted from the dragon. So I would like both you and Paris to make crit roll.
I just ate all my herbs. Like all of them.
Yeah. It might pay off over time.
Yeah,
but not at the moment.
He gonna be messed up.
I got a 3.
6.
Okay. Let's jump back to Garrett real quick. Before I give the result of that instance, talk about the result of yours. So you were trying to assist Alex in cutting the rope, like you're trying to do what he did?
Yeah, I was trying to help him succeed in his role. I spent 3 of my adversity tokens so he would succeed and get a 10.
Okay. So it's not necessarily, you're making me do this! It's a yellow and a green and a yellow with green flecks in it.
That's not a good sign.
Did you eat your beans? Thank you.
I already ate my beans.
It's not so much that you can change the outcome of his spell. What he did was in an instant. He zapped it and he had to keep flying and hopefully try again. But thanks to you, he doesn't have to try again. You have the benefit of just mounting the best broom ever, wandering over through the sky, and you can probably fathom what he was going for and just slice the rope with your wand.
Yeah, great.
Now, I think you're smart enough to try to time it with the dragon. So, Zach.
God damn it! I should have used the cutter for the rope that I found earlier. Oh well.
The dagger.
Yeah.
The rusty dagger.
Oh, think about the thematics. It's Chekhov's rusty dagger. It has to be used.
Unfortunately, that time has passed.
Yeah.
And you are now circling the dragon around. I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and say that you recognize what your friend is doing. Are you going to try to make another pass to trap the dragon as you loop back against the wall and come back out toward the theater?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Once again, I need you to make a flight roll to make sure you stay ahead of it.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. You are aiming to beat 16.
Cool. I'm gonna use my advantage.
It's a big dragon, so it has trouble whipping around and catching up with you. You're far more agile.
All right. This one's not going as great. I got only a 10.
All right. So it catches up to you, and with its great jaws, is able to snap down on you. Or at least your broom.
It's been a pleasure, Alex.
I dive off the broom. Hopefully, we're in position as I dive off.
Hold on. Okay. Yeah, I need you to make a special flight roll that does not involve magic now.
Oh, wait, did the last one involve magic?
The flight roll?
Yeah.
I guess it doesn't with the brooms, but you don't get the advantage of your broom with
Okay,
this
that's
one.
fine. I didn't have the advantage of my broom with the last one. Well,
Okay.
yes, I did. I kind of did. 13.
Okay. And then, yeah, let me. Okay, great. It doesn't really pay attention to you fleeing the broom, which is good news. So it doesn't go after you, but it's sticking with the broom, and it snaps right through it, destroying the broom. Below you are your two friends who are being hurtled through the air into a pile of random stuff. So I need the two of you, Anahit and Paris, to make grit rolls for me again, because you didn't land, you didn't hold on to the dragon, and you're about to fall into a pile of random things, which is not comfortable.
No.
I got a 3.
Oh boy.
5.
It hurts. You run into piles of old books, some clothes, but you mostly hit the books than the clothes. All sorts of bric-a-brac that we can sort out at another time, because now you've got this cable being cut, correct, JJ? To trap the dragon.
Yeah.
So, Alex is falling. You two you're kind of prone at the moment, but you can use your magic to help your friend who is falling out of the air. And Alex, I'm going to give you what I gave JJ. One last chance as a reaction to save yourself from falling from a great height.
Flight?
However you want to approach
Use
this.
a spell. Do something. Postal Service.
Such great heights.
And no one has to wait for each other to make a decision. This is all reactions. So whoever has an idea, go on it.
I mean, let's give him a spell that makes him like float down nice and soft.
Honestly, what Alex is doing is he's gonna take the hit. He's gonna curl up and hold on to Frisket to make sure he doesn't get hurt.
Oh,
You're a
that's
good
adorable.
soul. Anahit, are you doing anything in this moment?
No, I'm very, very upset that all my herbs fell out of my bag. So I'm in pain. So I'm just.
They didn't all fall out. They didn't all fall out. He didn't eat.
He said they all did.
He said they all did.
The herbs that you doused, I already forgot what it is.
Valerian
the ones you tried, the valerian root. He ate that up. Whatever you gave him, he lapped it up.
Okay.
All of your stuff is still there.
Okay.
Maybe
all my herbs.
I thought it was everything.
No,
too.
no. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't take your power.
Thanks a lot.
You don't take the drugs from the drug dealer.
Paris, I need you to roll brawn. Or fight. I will let you pick. I assumed as much. With your magic die, because you are trying to soften his blow.
My magic die is the one that's 4, right?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. That's a 7.
Okay.
So just help him a little bit.
It's a 7.
Right? Yeah,
how were you going about in making him just like making him light?
Yeah, like a piece of paper where a piece of paper goes down like this. It doesn't hit like this, but he's floating down instead.
Like a
all right, I'm gonna call it. Yeah. Okay. So it's a 7. He doesn't like stop moving, like at the speed, but he does kind of change his trajectory from going straight down and starts doing this thing. So Alex takes a tumble, but he does it kind of rolling into the floor rather than hitting it straight on. So Alex, one more grit roll to protect yourself and Frisket. This is going to be impressive, so I'm looking for at least a 10.
Good. I'll roll my d10. That's an 8.
Okay, you take some scrapes. but Frisket is intact. So the three of you have fallen into this pile of junk. And just before you now is a dragon that is being hit by this curtain that's pretty heavy and surprising. So I'm going to roll his grit real quick. Oh, he's fine, which is actually good news for you because he does not come plummeting down on top of you. The three of you are lying there in a pile of debris, a little battered, maybe bruised. One of you has just made a last-ditch effort to trap this thing with one of two curtains, and it was to no avail. One dragon is still sleeping in Juliet Tower. Another one is pulling its head out of the orchestra pit. But the big guy is now wearing a cape. And you are still trapped at the back of the stage. How you get out will have to wait for 2 weeks when we return for the next episode of Dungeons and Detention. We went over because it was really exciting, and I truly believed you could pull off this miracle. And I still do, just not as fast as I thought. It's not immediate. But you're all doing great. There was a lot that happened tonight. 2 episodes got crammed into 1 tonight. So...
yeah, Parasite rode a dragon. It's wild.
Quick show of hands. Who has any adversity tokens right now?
I do.
Cool. It's good to know.
Yeah. All mine are good old gone.
You all earned a lot of them just now.
Oh, I guess we did, actually.
Yeah,
because when you fail a roll, right, you get one.
Yeah, I forgot that I failed.
So
I failed quite a bit. I believe I.
So Anahit and Paris failed holding on to the dragon. They failed maneuvering the dragon. They failed at pacifying it, at holding on to it when it kicked him off, and at landing comfortably. Yeah. So that's a lot.
Yeah.
I hate to end this with here's how you all failed. Alex failed at
dropping
basically
the thing on my attempt. I failed being too fast. I got 2 at least. I'm good.
Yeah. But you didn't die, and neither did Frisket. And JJ actually wasn't failing here at the end.
I didn't even have to roll to drop the curtain on the dragon at the right time. I was fine.
Well, you had used your adversity tokens. You had used your adversity tokens to help your friend out. It's just a shame that... I was
hoping it was going to cover its eyes, you know? And maybe not make it plummet to the earth, but I was hoping to cover the head or something, like when you put a blanket over a dog's head. And it's like, what do I do?
I'm going to make a roll while I'm thinking about this real quick. Nope, that's the wrong die anyway. Don't worry. That was the wrong die.
Dude, this is suspenseful.
I didn't get your approach, so... Okay.
Yeah, we were just trying to disorient it. Not...
Yeah. We're trying to dress it up like Phantom of the Opera.
I thought he was trying to pin the dragon or get it from stop flying by getting like the wings caught under a heavy blanket.
No. I didn't. I mean, I made it look more glamorous, which is... I mean, how cool is that? We've got a dragon with a cape. But yeah, I was hoping to blind it more so.
Morally.
We'll okay. Morally blind the dragon.
True neutral.
Its grit roll was very high.
Yeah.
Because it's the toughest one of the 3. So any like effort to change its flight path in any weird way with the curtain just did not work. But yeah. What happens next will have to wait for 2 weeks because we're going to take another week off, as many of us have lives and events happening next Monday because Mondays are a popular day. But when we come back, I will collect all these house points and I will distribute. I promise I will distribute inspiration. But for that to happen, we need to decide what some of our favorite moments were, and we will be as brief as we can. And I can run through the lay of the land if you guys want. It started when bathroom excuses were made and you all decided to peace out of class at the same time. I thought that was a rather bold choice, and frankly, I shouldn't have let it work, but I did. Alex wandered off onto his own and survived a plummet, decided, you know what, I'm just going to keep going anyway, and realized when he found the exit, that's not where he wanted to be, and circled back anyway, purposely getting himself lost. Another great choice. I thought it was amazing that you decided to try to capture the video or the film playing by drawing it out as animated picture. Stroke of brilliance. That was fantastic in my part. Less brilliant was you decided to keep getting lost-er, but it worked out again because you managed to find your way to the path. And while we're talking about that, the three of you did the exact same thing. You went back to what was familiar and went, nah, let's keep trekking. And you all purposefully, knowing there's a beast wandering around in here somewhere, continued into the great unknown until you found a strange door labeled caution and went, well, this is better. And this is insane. You guys made such great you made such terrible choices.
The great beast in this catacombs last time was mostly a chicken. So, I mean, I thought we were dealing with at least 50% of a chicken until we got into the caution room.
You ran into three dragons.
Yeah, that's not what I was expecting.
No, the screeching sound you heard was in fact this one that keeps screaming at Paris and Anahit.
How familiar. I'm surprised we haven't had a visit from the original Mr. Bingley during this session.
I know, he hasn't made an appearance tonight. Good for him. I have no idea where he is. There he is. There he is.
Moments that stuck out to me that I loved. I loved this singing. I thought you asking us to sing Alex's name, Paris, was hilarious. And that was just a great way to spend 10 minutes singing different weird random songs. I enjoyed Alex's on your alone adventure, like, you know, Kevin said, like figuring out to animate that picture. I thought was really, really smart, and I enjoyed like your character growth. I just thought that was really fun. I liked the moment when we came together and had our little moment on the stairs. And Anahit, I love that in all of the craziness, you were like, I want to mount that dragon so I can brag to Brahm about it later.
I know the reasoning. That was so funny.
That I thought that was one of my favorite moments as well. Those are what stuck out to me. And also good on you, Kevin, because I did think we were just going to run into another cockatrice, and so when we ran into 3 dragons. Also, thank you for convincing me to steal things for no reason.
Oh, I'm so glad you did. That was so cool. Yeah. Good. I'm glad you did. I think it was more interesting.
Right.
Wait, we did not talk about, I don't know if you mentioned it, them getting astride the dragon, like, immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Particularly Paris just being like, what? That was great.
Paris was kind of
ball
like
it was
this,
the obvious choice, and then people were like, wait, what? And I was like, oh, okay, was that not?
Yeah, God.
You ride it like a horse, duh.
You handled it so nonchalantly that I think I just didn't think about it, because I was like, oh yeah, that's obviously the thing Paris should do. You just decided to ride a dragon?
What was he gonna do? Run away from it? I guess we could have.
Yeah, that was a Hermione move.
Yeah.
That's great.
That's good. Yeah,
I don't know if it was a Hermione move. I mean, Aragorn was mentioned last session, I think. Or not last session, but a couple sessions back with Brahm.
Aragon?
And, Aragon, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
It's also an Aragorn move. Like, let's be...
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
What moments stuck out for you, both of you ladies?
I mean, that was fine.
Yeah, I think you covered most of them. I mean, the boop was really funny, too. Just because I clearly thought the boop was going to be something else. And the fact that you guys were all like, no, it's obviously this. I was like, why am I so disconnected tonight? But that was, like, hilarious. It made it way worse of a fucking situation.
Because booping a dragon is not a good idea.
You said it was based on that.
Yeah, and I love that you did that. I love that you did
funny.
that. But you're still, like, literally, you're trying to wake a sleeping giant.
Yeah.
You know, you are trying to boop the nose of a dragon. What a terrible idea. So, of course, in your mind, you would dwindle it down a bit into at least a version of it that makes a little more sense, not to disturb the sleeping giant one, but to maybe disturb the one that says so far not attacked anybody. Like,
that would have been a better choice.
It would have made more sense, Katie,
hey,
for him to boop that nose, but he didn't.
But I thought that's what I was saying.
It was sleeping. It had at that point not done anything to anyone. So
I mean, it was to be fair, it was waking up before he booped it. Okay.
It was starting to wake up. Yeah. All right. Cool. Well, yeah, I think we've got kind of all of our stuff.
Yeah, you got some optiones.
Do we have favorites for everybody? Because again, there was so many standout moments. According to the poll, it seems that we're breaking it down between JJ's bathroom break excuse that got the whole party to be together again. It worked. Alex facing danger alone. We finally had someone face their fear, as is a feature of this game, and he did it like a champion.
Like,
Paris
running.
Paris singing to find Alex and being just all around creative throughout this entire thing in my mind. And then Anahit mounting a dragon to impress a boy who's not even in the room right now. Like, also, you could have just lied, you know?
Yeah. Also, hashtag girl moment when Paris is like, don't worry, I'll just tell him that you rode the dragon. It's cool.
His whole family are like involved with dragons. He would know if I didn't do it.
Word. Girl code. I vote for girl code.
Okay, so that's a vote for Paris.
That's a vote for Paris and Anahit. That's a vote for girl code. I demand that it goes to both of them.
And technically, I will say the girl code was also perfect for going to the bathroom. Where I was like, oh yeah, she's on her period. Like I have her products. We gotta go.
Oh my god.
I mean, because we added on to Garrett's or to JJ's thing.
Girl code.
Girl code is the real hero. Is the real magic.
Girl code.
Just vote for Paris because you were ballsy and yeah, amazing.
All right.
Okay.
Cool. I think we're good.
Well, I haven't gotten Zach's vote or your vote.
I agree with girl code.
Yeah, I'm also for girl code.
Oh my gosh. All right, fine, great. Everyone, love it. I will figure out how this voting works, and when we return, I will tell you the results. Speaking of which, I just want to remind everybody who's watching states that voting, your deadline is tomorrow, so go out and vote tomorrow if you haven't done it yet. And we can find out those results later on in the month, hopefully.
Girl code for Senator.
I want to thank
Girl
code for Secretary of State. That's like, or Secretary of whatever.
A girl code
real
for
important position.
Mr. Controller or whatever his name is.
That's fucking misogynistic, Kevin.
Huh?
Girl code for Supreme Controller, whatever Bob Hertzberg's trying to be.
Yeah, no, sorry, Anahit, sorry, Liana. Right now, I think Secretary of whatever, of local, of city, of state, I think that's the most important position right now. Because they're the ones who oversee the voting as it is.
I'm just going off of what Zach was saying.
Oh, okay.
We don't think you're sexist. We're just calling you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
To fuck with you.
This voting. All right, I'm gonna give everyone else one last chance to vote while I wrap things up and say thank you for tuning in. Thank you to everyone for voting tomorrow. Mary Elba, Lori, thank you guys, everyone, for being here and celebrating with us. We will be back in 2 weeks on Monday, November 21st, for the next episode of Dungeons and Detention. Have a good night.